Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to night 2 of Summerslam. This is WWE 2K26 Universe Mode episode 89. We're on night 2 of the Tuning Extravaganza, the biggest party of summer. If you haven't already seen night 1, go check out the replay there before coming back. Tonight, 2 of this incredible action as this is KO Productions. Welcome to the show, folks. I am Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions and welcome to night 2 of SummerSlam. It's SummerSlam Sunday. It's going to be an action-packed show as always, just like last night. Let's waste no further time to get straight into the action. Here we go, man. Let's get to work.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
I can't think of a better way to kick us off with 2 big behemoths battling out over the red, white, blue and gold. The United States Championship of SmackDown. And out first, it is the challenger, the former undisputed WWE Champion of 279 days last series, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Drew right now coming off a little bit of a dry spell, losing 2 back-to-back matches before winning number 1 contendership for the United States Championship in a fatal 4-way against Carmelo Hayes, Samoa Joe and Aleister Black, pinning the former and Hayes to get the opportunity to get to tonight and challenge for the United States Championship, But it was in a 5-man contendership gauntlet during a shot in the main event of SummerSlam Saturday last night. Tonight's Daniel Bryan for the Undisputed Championship, where McIntyre came up short in the final 2 of the gauntlet, losing to the phenomenal AJ Styles, the man he defeated in the main event of SummerSlam Night 2 last year at that same event. Well, tonight he is opening us up on Night 2, fighting over the United States Championship. Could he add more gold to his already incredible resume? As McIntyre only lost a handful of matches, only been pinned by 4 different superstars, but 5 times he has been pinned, twice of which by Seth freaking Rollins, once by Roman Reigns, once by the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, and then of course by AJ Styles. Could Jacob Fatu tonight, the United States Champion representing the NFTs, be another man to pin Drew McIntyre in this series? Will he be the 5th man to do so? Will McIntyre suffer a 6th pinfall loss, or maybe even submission loss? Listen, Mo and Werewolf this evening. What a way to kick us off at SummerSlam. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for the support last night on SummerSlam Saturday. And we're going to be kicking it up a whole new gear tonight on SummerSlam Sunday. It's the biggest party of the summer. The Tuning Extravaganza. We're live from MetLife Stadium once again in Union Park, New Jersey. And this is going to be one hell of a show. Kicking us off, US title of SmackDown on the line. Drew McIntyre awaits his opponent, the current reigning and defending United States Champion of SmackDown, coming in tonight, looking to get his 3rd defense of the gold, as he already defeated AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura in previous defenses. He is undefeated in singles competition this series. Oh, how the table have turned to be taken on a man who used to be in Drew McIntyre. Here comes MFT representative Jacob Fatu. A Samoan Werewolf in war gear, ready for a war tonight. Expecting nothing but war against McIntyre. A wise strategy going into this one for Fatu, as it's going to be an absolute all-out battle tonight at SummerSlam. As he's in the camo, he's in the war get-up. The crowd tonight rabid as they were last night. What a fun time this is going to be had by all. Fatu winning the United States Championship in the Money in the Bank Premium Live event in Los Angeles, California, defeating the phenomenal AJ Styles, then beat him in the rematch at Bad Blood and a Falls Count Anywhere last month in Atlanta. Fatu then winning an open challenge against Shinsuke Nakamura, as we mentioned as well, to retain his United States Championship. This is his 3rd defense, 2 successful defenses thus far from Fatu in his United States Championship. And tonight, it's gonna be a banger of a matchup. He started off Bad Blood. That was a one-night event. He started off night 2 of SummerSlam. It's going down right now. A massive match. It's McIntyre. It's Fatu for that right there. Beautiful, prestigious and coveted WWE United States Championship of SmackDown. Let's head it to the ring now with the official ring introductions from the great Alicia Taylor.
the Scottish Warrior, and his opponent from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Thank you, Alicia Taylor, for the great introductions. Fatu has a 57-day reign thus far as the United States Champion. Can he make it even longer than that? Can maybe make it to a Drew McIntyre level reign, which was 279 days when he was the Universal Champion, which he turned into the WWE title. But there you see the referee for this one, SmackDown official Jessica Carr, holding up the red, white, blue and gold for the SummerSlam Night 2 opening contest. What a fight this one's going to be, man. Two big behemoths battling out over the red, white, blue and gold. A SmackDown bell has been rung. Matchup underway as both men slowly approaching, and Fatu wasting no time on a shot to the body of McIntyre. McIntyre fighting back with a shot to the face. Right hand by Fatu. McIntyre follows up with one of his own. Here we go already. Blow for blow, shot for shot. These two trading. Heavy leather offense here. Live at SummerSlam in your opening matchup of SummerSlam Sunday. Fatu right hand. McIntyre gets blocked by the Samoan Werewolf. Now McIntyre blocking the Werewolf. Fatu blocks him again. McIntyre blocks him this time. Right hand by Drew. Fatu with a right hand. There's McIntyre with one. And these two just shot after shot. And here they go. An absolute mugging tonight. A hockey fight. These two men leaving it all out there. Absolutely going out an all-out slugfest tonight between Fatu and McIntyre for the United States Championship. And they fetched chops from Jacob. Rocking Drew against the ropes that time, and now it's Fatu with a clothesline, sends on packing on the outside. Oh goodness, we're gonna get a flying werewolf on our hands. Fatu over the top of Sasuke special, my goodness. Down in midair, and Jacob Fatu is the man possessed. This guy is something special, I'll tell you. As Drew gets sent out of the barricade right in front of us at ringside, and they're going to send him onto it in a big time Uranagi by Jacob Fatu. Fatu now doing the shakes. The referee Jessica Carr continues her count now, getting to 4. Fatu going to get his opponent into the ring if he wants to walk out still. United States Champion, of course, Champion's advantage is on. You win this match by disqualification or count out. You'll still be the champion, even if you lose the match by those means. As Fatu, the springboard out of the ring with a clothesline. Cover shoulders down here, lateral press in the centre of the ring. Drew is out of it here to kick out. As Drew's going to get his edge back, man. Gonna be on a downward spiral as of late. Wants to get back to winning ways and wants to get more gold around his waist and try and knock off a man who is currently undefeated. That used to be McIntyre. Not anymore, as Fatu is taking the spotlight of the Scottish Warrior away from him. This is McIntyre's chance to take it back as Drew with a jawbreaker on to Jacob Fatu. The Irish were going to send him to the corner, and McIntyre the kick right in the face in the corner. Beautifully executed by the former WWE champ. And now picking up, look at the strength of McIntyre. The deadlift set out, powerbomb by Drew cover. Jessica Carr in position. There's two and a kick out with a champion. We saw one title change hands last night on night 1 of SummerSlam. Chelsea Green walking out your new Women's United States Champion, defeating Bayley, who has also missed Money in the Bank and ending her 113-day reign in the process as the champion. But right now, it's Drew McIntyre heading up high. Red Zestrick in Boston, far too wide open. Let's see if Drew can win US Championship of the men's division and join Chelsea Green as a new champion, but Fatu after getting busted wide open after that crimson mask on the skull of the Samoan Werewolf. Somehow he's able to kick out and keep this one rolling. Well, this one's still ongoing, ladies and gentlemen. As Drew going against the ropes and a clothesline sends them packing the floor in the Efficiency Royal Rumble matchup. Jacob Fatu would have just been eliminated from it. It's Drew McIntyre here. Runs the rope and gonna fly through a caution to the winning toe. Big on healing on the floor like a 280-pound Scotsman. More often do you see a man of that stature flying, but when it's Drew McIntyre, you see him more often than not. It's Drew. Sends an opponent into the squared circle, heading up to the top rope. Wanna walk out your new champion tonight. Is McIntyre now. Got Fatu right where he wants him, and Fatu able to move in a harm's way that time. And look at this, Jacob Fatu gonna launch McIntyre around the ring like he's nothing, like he's a cruiserweight. That is a big time heavyweight. And there's a big time senton by Fatu. Cover, hook of the leg, shoulders down, Drew's gonna kick out immediately. Oh, Fatu not too happy about that one whatsoever as McIntyre smacks on the knife edge, the caught. By Fatu, the knife edge again, another knife edge, and Fatu is absolutely obliterating Drew McIntyre right here. Foul kick arrow by the champion. Holy hell. Well, we still have to come here tonight on night 2 of SummerSlam. We're tonight, night 1 more. It's Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles having a great main event. Roman Reigns and CM Punk near enough stealing the show. Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch having a great women's title match. And of course, the moment of Chelsea Green capturing gold as well. LA Knight and John Cena running it back from Money in the Bank and much more. Go check out night 1 of SummerSlam. Right now, it's the headbutt by Drew McIntyre. It's night 2. Fully underway now. Huge action still to come, including a big time gauntlet. Bray Wyatt with the Fiend battling Seth freaking Rollins, and of course title versus career. Kurt Angle puts his career on the line against the Ring and Out of the World champion Gunther. Oh, but look at this. We've seen this before from McIntyre. The inverted Alabama slammer by the ropes face first. Goes the champion Fatu. Drew's going after the cover. To walk out your new champion tonight at SummerSlam. There's two and a kick out by Jacob. But imagine the MFTs looking on closely as Solo Sikoa Tamatonga of that group, alongside Jacob Fatu. Those two men later on tonight will challenge for the Tag Team Championships of SmackDown as they face World Tag Champs, the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar later on tonight. On night 2 of the biggest party of the summer, but right now it's Fatu, but a rope after pouncing McIntyre and a splash, connecting. Right in the midsection and Drew the cover, the hook to the leg, shoulders down, the two and a kick out by the Scottish Warrior. These two men are absolutely taking each other apart. Anything it takes to walk out US champion tonight is Fatu going to send him into the corner. Drew's able to counter, and Drew put him on that boot that time in. McIntyre got him up in the corner. I've seen this before from McIntyre. We're going to see it again. It's Drew's greatest hits, and out from the middle rope here. Look at the power. Picking up Jacob Fatu here. And it's Drew McIntyre. Gonna drop up that vertical delayed superplex off the middle rope. Drew not electing to go for a cover. As the crowd chant, this is awesome indeed it is, but it could be over as Drew now with a future shot. DDT and the champion. Cover. Do we have a new one? Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. Fatu's kicking out. Fatu getting that shoulder off the mat. This matchup in your opener of SummerSlam is going to roll on tonight. Is Drew McIntyre not very happy about that? He got range, set out powerbomb, back for the cover, for the title once more. The 2 count again, and another kick out by Jacob Fatu. McIntyre must be questioning what on earth he needs to do to keep down that Samoan werewolf, ladies and gentlemen. The stomp, the move out of the way, and it's Fatu. Oh, what a super kick to the jaw of McIntyre. And now it's the Samoan werewolf that pick up on a Drew. The hell's he thinking here? Oh goodness, we've seen the shades of Rikishi gonna drop on that time. A big time inverted pile driver cover. 2, no, kicked out at 2 by McIntyre. Oh, and Jacob Fatu not very happy with the officials' count that time. It could be a great night for the MFTs tonight. It could be a decent night for the MFTs, or it could be a horrible night for the MFTs. Wait to see in the results of their matches this evening. The tag match, and of course this one is Fatu look for a pop-up powerbomb. McIntyre able to counter by catching on shots, and there's a Claymore. Center of the ring. Cut him out of nowhere on the cover, the hook to the leg. Shoulders down, new champion kick out by Fatu. A sudden Claymore, almost bringing this match up to a sudden conclusion as McIntyre just so nearly walked out your new United States champion. The Scotsman wants the US gold. But Fatu getting stomped down the corner time and time again by the Scottish Warrior. There's Drew McIntyre reading in shot after shot, but there's Jacob Fatu fighting back, and what the hell was that? He moves that good from the Samoan werewolf that I don't even know what to call it. Now Fatu, I don't know what to call this. Dropping McIntyre on his skull. And Paler DDT. Covered by Fatu for the win. To retain here for a major win over McIntyre. The kick out, a very powerful and enthusiastic one at that. And again, the frustration settling in for the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. You can't let your frustrations get the better of you, especially when you're in there with McIntyre. McIntyre's going to make him pay now. Running in, neck breaker by the Scottish Warrior. And it was Drew thinking. A left hand, a right hand, a knife edge chop, a big back elbow, a kick, and a shot. Big clubbing blow to the back by McIntyre. Fatu in agony here in your opening battle. Fatu to his feet. McIntyre doesn't want anything to happen, trying to sucker him in that time, but a big shoulder budge in the corner and an ass to the face, shades of his daddy. And look at that, bang! I don't think Rikishi says that, but some sort of relative, I don't know, but Fatu off the center, there's the mighty moonsault by Fatu, the double jump, the cover to retain for a major win to keep his undefeated streak alive and retain his title, but McIntyre's going to kick out of the mighty moonsault. Fatu's putting many of opponents away with that, including AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, and even guys like Chad Gable and Jeff Hardy as well. But Drew McIntyre staying in this one. As we're not used to Drew McIntyre being the smaller man in the matchup, but maybe against Fatu he is today, but nonetheless McIntyre don't matter to him, because there's a Glasgow kiss, and it was Drew out of that corner, looking to win the United States Championship. The Claymore kick for the second time of the match. Here's the cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, scoring two. Now a kick out for the Samoan Werewolves. You have got to be kidding me tonight at Summerslam. Fatu, that damn good. McIntyre leg drop from a middle roll. Jacob Fatu staying in it with everything tonight. And Fatu now drops him and runs him with a senton on a McIntyre. McIntyre midsection, gotta be in agony. After all the sentons that Fatu's put him through. Big elbow in the corner by Drew. Big forearms and shots, and look at these strikes by the Scottish Warrior. Fatu able to catch that one, and what the hell's Fatu thinking here? Oh, we saw him do this earlier. We're going to drop him on his head for the second straight time of the match. Goodness. Now, this is a mugging. This is exactly what we thought it would be, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how the pop-up Samoan drop by Fatu. A thing of beauty. Cover to retain his United States Championship. Scoring to a McIntyre and get another kick out. I thought Drew had it. I thought Fatu had it just then. This one going back and forth. This is McIntyre, clothesline, and the chop to the outside as you see the belt on its podium at ringside. Who's going to walk out with it tonight at SummerSlam when we get our second title change of the SummerSlam weekend? Those Great American Bash this past Friday night. Some more title changes over there than we have thus far at SummerSlam. Let's see if we can get more tonight of the biggest party of the summer as McIntyre heads up to the top after wiping Fatu out on the floor with that clothesline off the apron. Went to the top for a big time fly maneuver again. Not able to get it. It's Jacob Fatu with a big shot. Double axe handle to the back of the Scottish Warrior. Now it's Jacob heads up high. Tippy top. Robin McIntyre in a very vulnerable state that time. It's Fatu now. Mighty moonsault off the Uso. Samoan splash off the top. He ain't done with him. Looking for a second in a row and a third of the match for the exclamation point. And that'll be the fifth man up in McIntyre cover. Two. Fatu, the biggest one of his career. Pinning the Scottish Warrior. Being the fifth and only man to do that. Unbelievable. Jacob Fatu by hook or crook tonight, folks, retains his United States Championship against Drew McIntyre. I thought it was that right here, though. The devastating Claymore, a second one in the match out the corner, no less. Only good enough for two. And you saw how close referee Jessica Carr's hand was to the mat. There was that pop-up Samoan drop, also a close call. But McIntyre staying alive, but couldn't stay alive due to a trifecta. The double mighty moonsault after three in the entire match. The 1, 2, 3 McIntyre's been beaten once again.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE United States Champion, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Congratulations going out to Jacob Fatu, who is still to come tonight. A huge WWE Women's Championship encounter as Jade Cargill, the defending champion, is defending against number one contender Lyra Valkyria. That's later on in night 2 of SummerSlam, but up next on SummerSlam Sunday, hometown girl Liv Morgan defending her Women's Intercontinental Championship in her state of New Jersey, taking on the genius of the Sky, former world champ and number one contender Io Sky. It's next at SummerSlam.
The following
Thank you, Mike Rome. Second matchup of the evening. We saw Women's United States Championship change last night. Well, we see the same with the Women's Intercontinental Championship. As out right now, out first, ladies and gentlemen, is the Genius of the Sky winning this opportunity by defeating the Queen Charlotte Flair on Monday Night Raw a couple of weeks back, winning the trilogy against the Queen as well. One victory for Charlotte over Io last season, one victory for Io over Charlotte last season as well. All came down ahead a couple of weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, where Io was able to secure her spot tonight at Summerslam. Let's see if she can walk out the new Women's Intercontinental Champion after a disappointing reign as Women's World Champion. Io did hold the gold for 160 days, but that was only because we took a break before coming back to start this series after the end of the 2K24 Universe Mode series. So Io didn't even have one successful defense of her Women's World Championship before losing it at Backlash to Rhea Bloody Ripley. But tonight she looks to win more gold and defeat Liv Morgan in her hometown. Io's still getting a lot of love from the crowd tonight, but it's going to be interesting to see how much love the Judgment Day's Liv Morgan will get. Your inaugural Intercontinental Champion in her home state of New Jersey, live from MetLife Stadium on SummerSlam Sunday. As here comes the champion. The Judgment Day victorious in War Games last night at Night 1. Let's see if Liv can continue the success of that group this weekend. As she is decked out in that Women's IC title, she has made it her championship, 4 successful defenses for Liv Morgan of her reign thus far. Defeating AJ Lee to win the inaugural title at Backlash in the finals of a tournament. Then defeating Asuka in her first defense of the championship, defeating Naomi as well, defeating AJ Lee, a New Jersey girl, and also getting a win over Women's United States Champion, former one now, but at the time, Bayley, in a woman champion versus champion matchup for only Liv's Intercontinental Championship, which she was able to win and retain her title on that night. 4 defenses for Liv, coming into her 5th tonight against Io Sky and New Jersey, no less. Going to be a fun one right here, right now. And MetLife at SummerSlam Sundays, that's what they're fighting for. That right there, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship of Monday Night Raw. As we head into the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
Introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky. And her opponent from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Liv Morgan.
Thank you, Mike Rome, as Liv Morgan's looking ready in their next defense of the Women's IC title. She calls herself the Forever Champ, wants to be the Forever Champ, but Liv Morgan currently has a 114-day reign as the Women's Intercontinental Championship, as she potentially has that title over for the last time ever in her hometown. How poetic that would be, her home state rather, as Danilo Fiblio, Raw referee, as your official for this Women's Intercontinental Championship encounter. The same official who refereed the matchup between Io and Charlotte, for Io to get this opportunity tonight, as Liv trying to rush her through the bell. Io able to see it coming, and it's Sky going right into a lock-up on Morgan. Match-up now officially underway. The Women's IC Championship is on the line tonight at SummerSlam. Liv, waistlock, Liv go behind, shoulders down here, pinning predicament from Morgan to get the win here. Off the schoolgirl, almost had it. Morgan back into a lock-up on Io Sky, and here we go. These two women going tit for tit tonight. It's Liv Morgan now. Drops her into a side headlock on the Genius of the Sky here on night 2 of SummerSlam. Sky pushes her off. Oh, both women bumping into one another. Who's going to get the upper hand? Back into a collar tie-up. We'll find out who in a little bit, as these two women continue to go at it here at SummerSlam. Interesting mix in the crowd. Some cheering for Liv, some cheering for Io. It's a 50-50 split. It's safe to say whoever wins this matchup, the crowd live in MetLife won't give a damn. They just want to see a great matchup, which is probably going to happen with these two great talents involved. It's Liv, and I will hammerlock here on Morgan. He's just wrenching away there on Liv, and now it's Liv gets caught, and now it's Io Sky with a hammerlock on Liv Morgan this time. Now it's comes around. Io Sky gonna drop her. Good chin lock here by the challenger Io. Now it's Liv back into a hammerlock here at SummerSlam. Morgan repping a Beetlejuice kind of attire here. Like the new look of Morgan, but she wants to keep that look with her Women's Intercontinental Championship Raw around her waist. Of course, the Superstar Shake-Up will follow SummerSlam as well as the King of the Ring tournament. More about that before the end of the event tonight on SummerSlam Sunday. But the Superstar Shake-Up will include 3 women's superstars swapping brands between Raw and SmackDown, 5 male superstars swapping brands between Raw and SmackDown, and 2 tag teams swapping brands between Raw and SmackDown. There's always options for NXT call-ups as well to go to both Raw and SmackDown. But Io double knees there on left for the Women's Intercontinental Championship cover here in a 1 count, says referee Danilo Manfabio. Just had it there, the double knees, the counter moving out the way, and it's like Morgan gonna drop Io face first as Io Sky eating that canvas for Sunday night dinner. And Io gets sent out of the corner. Morgan looking to walk out, still the champion, middle rope bulldog, shades of maybe her ex, dirty Dominic Mysterio, who we saw on NXT Great American Bash just 48 hours ago, and losing effort to North American champion Ricky Saints in an attempt to regain North American gold and become a 2-time champion down on NXT. Wasn't able to do so, but Liv Morgan looking to be able to retain her title tonight. She clotheslines Io to the outside, looking to fly here. Here goes Morgan, tall pain across body by Liv. Throwing caution on the winner's Liv. Usually we'd see Io Sky flying all over the place, but right now it's Liv Morgan's turn, and Morgan gonna send her right back into the ring. Want to get the one in the squared circle as Liv heads up to the top rope. Sky and wobbly foundation off the top of the crossbody by Morgan. The cover, shoulders down here, lateral press, 1 count only and a kick out with a challenger Io. I've got to be wondering what the hell do I need to do to put away Io Sky. I mean, the matchup just only got started, but Liv already going to be feeling that because Io Sky, a very resilient performer, as we know. The former Women's World Champion, but didn't have the best of reigns with that gold. Wants to do a little bit better, perhaps with the Women's IC gold. As Sky with the air raid crashed that time on Liv. Now it's Io Sky. The pick up, the drop down. Oh, nicely done. And the genius in the Sky. And it's Liv Morgan hurting now. Oh, but I spoke too soon. I always seem to jinx it, ladies and gentlemen. There's now Liv with a big time shotgun drop kick onto Io Sky. Catching her right in the chest, and now it's Liv, knife edge chop. Oh, look at that! Big spinning heel kick by Morgan, and Morgan soaking in the adulation from the sold out MetLife Stadium crowd tonight in Union Park, New Jersey. Liv. Sorry, Asbury Park, New Jersey, excuse me. Is Liv Morgan, look at that! What a bulldog out the corner, a second time we've seen it in this matchup, and Io Sky able to get some separation ahead, but onto Liv, and now it's Io, the kick right in the lower back once more. Sky, they're still moving up the way. It's Morgan, runs out of the clothesline down. Goes Io right back to her feet, and Io keeps doing some great offense here. What a forearm by Sky, and then Sky, the pickup. We've seen this already in the matchup. Went for the backbreaker, off the double underhook. Liv able to counter, and Liv drops her with a clothesline. Back and forth battle tonight at SummerSlam for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and now Liv gonna take a little page out the playbook of NXT's Tatum Paxley. Cemetery drive by Morgan, cover the 2, and a kick out by Io Sky. Not enough just yet to retain her prize possession, that Women's Intercontinental Gold. Io Sky rolls through the victory roll, a double foot stop to the midsection of Liv Morgan, and Io Sky may be feeling it now, ladies and gentlemen. Io wanting to do something big, sends her around the corner. Io Sky got her up on the tippy top perch tie, and the Sky where Io is most comfortable. Liv ain't gonna like the view from down there. There's the avalanche Spanish fly by the challenger. Io now gonna capitalise. Liv Morgan's down and out. The crowd loving the action. They're covering the hook to the leg. Shoulders down. They're two and a kick out by Liv. Oh, well, somehow Liv's surviving it. There's Io Sky. A big time boot, and now look at that from me. Oh my, across body, sending both women outside to the floor. Io Sky ain't giving a damn if that took a lot out of herself. She wants to take a lot out of Liv Morgan and walk out the new champ tonight. But watch Liv. Liv is back up, and Io was too busy gloating on the apron. Liv Morgan Go back in and back out, taking out Io on the floor. These two women battling on the outside. Clothesline by Io off the counter from the kick from Morgan. As Io was able to duck out of the way in the spinning heel kick she's already hit in this matchup already. As now Io Sky off the apron. Asai moonsault from the middle rope by the genius of the Sky. Back into the ring now. Here is Io. Loving it here tonight and going to the top. And now it's Io Sky. A springboard crossbody to the floor by the genius of the Sky. Loving all the action and coming back into the ring here. As Io is on fire. Io and Lev continue to battle on the outside as Io went back out to fight with her. I'm going to drop her back into the ring. What is Io Sky thinking here? Liv Morgan back to a vertical base. Oh, what a shot from Io. And Io the springboard and the drop kick by Sky. And Io's going to go for a cover after all that offense. That was dealt to Liv Morgan, but Liv to her feet and Liv with a cold breaker out of nowhere. Double knee to the face of Sky. The cover, the hook to the leg, shoulders down, and retain right here. And a kick out at two by Io. Oh, well, Io Sky ain't done just yet, folks. It's Liv Morgan that step up into Gurry connecting. Getting absolutely all of that and then some. Oh, there's that kick counter to Io Sky with the elbow. Io Sky kick to the midsection. Went for another kick caught by Liv Morgan. Liv now picks her up and Liv drops her down. Forearm shot to the midsection of Io. Picks her up. What's Liv thinking here? Oh, we've seen this before. Oh, no, Liv Morgan. There's that suplex. Looking for maybe a Three Amigos paying homage to the late great legend, which is Eddie Guerrero. Morgan, there's that third suplex by the champion. Io Sky down a heap of the left. Heads up to the tippy top rope. High rent district. High rest. High reward. It pays off. Morgan sent her off the top cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Retain her women's intercontinental title. Two and a kick out. As Io getting that shoulder up the canvas. Led the stomp. Io again moves out the way. Now Io Sky. And a submission here. The Koji clutch submission. The win for Liv Morgan to go. Liv struggling in the center of the ring here. Morgan has only lost one match of this season, and that one loss came by submission against Rhea Ripley at Money in the Bank in Los Angeles, California. For the women's world title, Io make her tap for Liv to suffer her second defeat, but no, Liv able to fight out of it. The elbow right there to the top of the head of Io Sky. The kick catch by Io. Io forearm shot. And it was Io Sky continuing her shot. Sky is crazy and incredible today. Look at Io here. European uppercut. Out of the corner on Liv Morgan. What's Io thinking here? Went for something. Liv able to move out of the way. Liv with Oblivion. Oblivion out of nowhere. Off the flat line of the cover. The hook to the leg. Shoulders down. Scotland Turner attack. Io kicks out. Oh, and Liv is passed. Oh, that was the best chance that Liv Morgan had to walk out the winner here. As Io gets the knees up. Off the springboard attempt from Liv Morgan. Io Sky. What's she thinking here? The kick. And the Sky sends her right back to the floor once again. A cross body. Out she goes to the floor that time. Io Sky is crazy. She's on fire. Listen to this place. Io now. Tope cross body sends Morgan down and out. Io, wanting that gold. A lot of that crowd in MetLife want to see her win that gold as well. As she heads up to the top, Liv Morgan down and out on the canvas. Now slowly but surely getting her feet, but certainly on a wobbly foundation. Io the tactic DDT off the top. Covering Io. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring two for the women's IC title. Morgan kicks out at two. Crucially, much like all of Liv Morgan's title defences, no Judgment Day interference, no one trying to aid Morgan in retaining her title tonight. You know, we saw a lot of that in the past with Raquel Rodriguez and Finn Balor trying to save the day for Morgan, but Liv being a defending champion and doing it on her own. Middle rope from Liv Morgan here. After Io Sky crashed and burned off a diving attack of her own, which wasn't to be, but that one was. Double knees by Morgan off the middle rope. Butterfly lung blower that time. Or a middle rope lung blower, excuse me, as Liv sends her against the ropes, wants to put this one away. She's had enough of Io Sky in this matchup, and by the ropes, the Oblivion connects. The hook to the leg, shoulders down, scoring two, and Liv Morgan. No, Io! Io still got gas left in the tank. Kicking out of the Oblivion. Oh, come on, and a clothesline. Down goes referee Danilo and Fablio. Oh, well, Liv Morgan looking to try and cheat her way in order to retain her championship. Oh, wait a minute, referee back up and away is Io Sky with a drop kick, the chair away, but missed the drop kick. Io kicks from a kick, and it was Sky. Picks up Morgan Irish, whip center out of the corner. A drop kick connecting. Referee Danilo Fablio getting rid of the chair, disposing of the steel here tonight. There's Io. Irish whip, left back into the corner, and a big back elbow from Io Sky. Io bullet train attack, the double knees is done. Io steps over the pro body left. That can only mean one thing. Heading up high for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Over the moonsault connects. Cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Two. Left kicks out. Another 114 days. As the Women's Intercontinental Champion, the only champion, survives. It lives on, at least for now, man. Oh, the super kick avoided by Morgan. The kick avoided by Io. Io, roundhouse, didn't get all of it. Io, kick, got a roundhouse. Oh, a spinning heel kick, got all of that one, but left to her feet. The kick, Morgan, flatliner again. Flatliner again. Version of the Oblivion, but she can't capitalise. She is down and out on the canvas. It took a lot out of herself. As it did Io, the cover now, Liv able to get out of a penny predicament. There's two. Io kicks out again, and perhaps a momentary hesitation for Liv Morgan covering is what led to Io Sky kicking out as she moves out of the way. The double foot stomp and right back into that Koji clutch submission. Right back into the submission. Nowhere for Liv to go. Will she lose her second matchup in the series ever? By submission. Io's going to send tight to nail the family was right there. Left taps. It's done. We have a new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Liv losing her gold. Live in MetLife Stadium. Her home state of New Jersey. Unbelievable, by submission no less. That is Liv's only second loss of the series, as now Io is only the second ever Women's Intercontinental Champion, and Liv Morgan is tapped out in her two defeats and that series. Congratulations, your new IC champion. Congratulations going out to Sky as the show rolls on. We get still to come tonight, a mammoth of a main event on SummerSlam Sunday. Title versus career. The Ring and Al Gunther puts his world championship on the line against the career of the Olympic gold medalist, living legend, Kurt Angle. That's later on, but up next, a big grudge match from the SmackDown brand as Braun Breaker, the unpredictable badass and former undisputed WWE champion, battles former United States champion of Randy Orton next on SummerSlam Sunday in MetLife Stadium. It'll be a fun one then, this matchup coming about because of what transpired in a number one contendership gauntlet a few weeks ago to determine who would face Daniel Bryan on SummerSlam Saturday's main event. The undisputed WWE Championship, of course, won by AJ Styles with the first two men in the matchup, where this man and his opponent tonight, Braun Breaker and Randy Orton. Breaker eliminating Orton from the matchup and then get eliminated shortly after by Drew McIntyre. But it was this past Wednesday night on SmackDown where Randy Orton ambushed Breaker backstage.
Making his way to the ring from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 250 pounds, Braun Breaker!
Orton is sick and tired of all the rookies trying to take his spot. Much like Bobby Roode was sick and tired of it with Keith Lee on Raw. Keith Lee, the rookie, able to knock off Bobby Roode last night. Let's see if Braun Breaker can do the same to the living legend that is Randy Orton. Claims to be a legend killer, but he's the only legend left, and he wants to make sure that he sticks around for even longer by putting away Braun Breaker tonight at SummerSlam. Was a vicious and heinous attack from Randy. This past week on SmackDown, Breaker was training in a ring without ropes in the WWE Archives backstage studio, and Braun got attacked in that said ring by Randy Orton. Vicious RKO, hitting him against the ring post, hitting him with chairs, putting him through a table, another RKO on the concrete before finally having enough and setting up this matchup for SummerSlam, looking to right his wrong from the gauntlet a number of weeks ago. And less than the ovation of the Viper, coming into his second SummerSlam event. He was unsuccessful last year at SummerSlam against Money in the Bank contract holder at the time, Aleister Black. But Braun Breaker enters his first SummerSlam tonight, wants to have a great impression against Randy Orton and wants him to lose 2 back-to-back SummerSlam matches. But let's see how the Viper does here tonight. Can he get his win back from last year? Or will Braun Breaker be victorious in his SummerSlam debut? Let's see this place. Randy Orton marching down the aisle as the crowd sings the incredible tune that Randy Orton has. These two men faced off in a fatal 4-way match in the main event of Clash in Paris as well for the undisputed WWE Championship, won by Braun Breaker, where he pinned CM Punk, and then Breaker was cashed in on by Mr. Money in the Bank, Daniel Bryan, for Bryan to start his reign as champ.
Weighing in at 280 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton.
The voices told Randy to take his aggression out on Braun. He's sick of Breaker having the best of him in matches. And tonight he wants to right that wrong at the biggest party of the summer, with the whole world looking on live tonight at KO Productions. Randy, slow, methodical entrance, just like his match pacing. The Braun Breaker got to be hell-bent tonight on revenge from what Randy did to him. He might not be 100% after what Randy did to him this past Wednesday night on SmackDown. He does have a couple of days to recover from it, and now he is going to be fighting, but clearly not at 100% against the Viper. As Randy Orton knows what he needs to do against Braun Breaker. He got inside his head. Now he's in the psyche of the unpredictable badass. But wait a minute, Braun Breaker from behind, not waiting till the bell to be rung, and Breaker with a clothesline and then a standing moonsault press. Referee stepping into the ring. It's Adrian Butler assigned the duties for the SmackDown grudge match. Breaker and Orton are officially underway here on SummerSlam Sunday, in a clothesline in the corner by Braun. Oh, Braun Breaker now, a standing moonsault press, connecting by the unpredictable badass on the Viper. What's Braun thinking here? A Breaker, oh my goodness, just absolutely launching him down. Another Randy clothesline. Randy had enough of him that time. Like shot after shot, and Orton dropping him with a DDT, and down goes Braun Breaker. Randy does not appreciate being jumped, but that's exactly what Randy did to Braun this past week on SmackDown. Breaker simply just returning the favour, saying anything you can do, I can do better. But now Randy out of the corner, with them 10 punches in the corner. There's number 4 connecting on Breaker. The crowd tonight at SummerSlam in MetLife counting along to Randy Orton's fist against the face of the unpredictable badass. Oh, but he went for the 8 or 9-1. Braun Breaker able to push him off, and Braun Breaker the running and shoulder tackle. Drops Orton right where he stands. Orton goes down in a heap. Now look at the strength of Braun Breaker launching Randy around the ring. That is 290 pounds, I believe, that Braun Breaker just ragdolled. My goodness, and look at everybody here tonight at SummerSlam having a whale of a time. And look at Breaker, the toe breaker, hailing with Randy. Well, I tell you that Randy Orton certainly is not having a whale of a time tonight. After that, from Braun Breaker, and Breaker continuing the onslaught on the outside. Big time clothesline by the unpredictable badass off the apron. And now grabbing the Viper and sending them back in to the ringside area. Heading up to the top now is the unpredictable badass. Braun Breaker looking to fly. Oh no, that's caught by Orton, and a magnificent counter. Oh, the buttery smooth one. Randy Orton, there's no one better. A power slam from Orton, as Breaker was looking for a flying clothesline off the top of the Randy. Able to take control of this contest. A knee right across the head of Braun Breaker that time, and Braun is hurting. Braun Breaker competing at Backlash, winning a main event against Roman Reigns, winning that 4-way as we mentioned in the entrances, with Orton, McIntyre and Punk at Clash in Paris. Of course getting cashed in on after that 4-way from Daniel Bryan. And of course Bryan beating Breaker in the rematch at Money in the Bank. Did not appear at Bad Blood, finally appeared for the first time since Money in the Bank in that gauntlet a couple of weeks ago, eliminating Orton, then getting eliminated by McIntyre, now getting chopped by Orton, and now in his first SummerSlam, facing off against the Viper, who just had the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment. And no, not the RKO. It's the best move in all of wrestling. It is the neck crank. You want a way to slow down the pace, you do that manoeuvre. But right now it's Breakker getting back on the offensive, and Breakker with a deadlift powerbomb. Nicely done by Braun. Orton down and out, and the drop zone. Breakker's heading up to the top rope. Randy though getting to his feet. Breakker tried this earlier on, and he gets that flying shoulder tackle off the top. Adrian Butler now in possession of cover. Shoulders down, 2 count. Randy is able to kick out. Randy moving out the way of that stop from Braun, and Randy now to lose this press from Orton onto Braun Breakker. Some great matches we've already seen tonight. Of course, we've got that huge 6-man Summerslam gauntlet. The winner gets an opportunity at either the Intercontinental or United States Championship following this. That's still to come. Tag titles, of course, on the line. MFTs versus the War Raiders for the World Tag Gold of SmackDown. The Fiend Bray Wyatt takes on Seth freaking Rollins in just the Fiend's third matchup of this series. And then, of course, Lyra Valkyria, Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship as there's Braun Breakker. Got Buster off the fireman's carry. Cover, shoulders down, the 2 and a kick out. Off the Randy Orton pin attempt. The Dog's loving it, and then the Dog Braun Breakker keeping his foot on the gas pedal like he should. Metal rope splash onto the Viper Randy Orton. And let's not forget a mega main event. Career versus title. It's Kurt Angle versus the Ring General Gunther for Kurt's career against Gunther's World Championship of the Red Brand. If Kurt Angle wins, he will get to hold what may be his final World Championship in his career. Or if Gunther wins, he'll retire yet another legend like he did to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and hang on to his World Heavyweight Championship. Huge night still to come. Of course, huge week of action. The season premiere of Raw following SummerSlam. We are getting the shake-up. We're getting a whole host of incredible stuff as Breakker and Orton right now going back and forth. As right now Randy sends him against the ropes, looking for that draping DDT, the signature vintage Orton, and a connect. Randy spiking Braun Breakker that time. As Adrian Butler, the SmackDown official, looks on closely. Randy Orton. He's going to that place. He's hearing those voices. Randy RKO, he got it. Orton in the cover. Today, quick work of the unpredictable badass. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, and a kick out by Braun Breakker. My goodness. And if you guys are enjoying this WWE 2K26 Universe mode, make sure you leave a like for me and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any more of this fantastic series as we're only just getting started, man. It's episode 89 of this series at SummerSlam Sunday. Some great more action to follow after SummerSlam, including the Superstar Shake-Up and the King of the Ring Tournament. Let me know in the comment section down below and even the live chat what you think of this series. If there's anything you feel like I can maybe improve on, please don't be afraid to let me know down in the comment section. I'm always open to constructive criticism. It helps me grow as a person, helps this channel grow, and helps us grow as a community. It's Randy Orton just hanging Braun Breakker up to dry that time off the top rope, coming back into the ring and going to work with ground and pound shots on the unpredictable badass. And again, Randy, not one world title gold in this series, wants to make his way, maybe doing it. And what a way it would be to beat Braun Breakker, a former champion Breakker, out of nowhere with a spear, the cover, the turn, the kick out. My goodness, that was sudden. Breakker just caught everyone off guard that time. A major spear on Randy somehow, though. It isn't enough to get the 3. Braun's going to have to do much more than that to keep down the Viper Randy Orton tonight. At the biggest party of the summer, perhaps a break-in Steiner may do that track. It's Braun Breakker leaping up the break-in Steiner at the corner, now picking up Randy Orton. Going to drag him against the ropes. What the hell is Breakker thinking here? Oh goodness, we've seen this before. The clothesline duck, another bypass, and Breakker running 23 miles per hour. Clothesline and Orton down on the canvas, almost decapitating for the Viper. Randy almost beating him as well, getting a 2 count off the pin attempt, but Randy getting that shoulder off the mat. And Breakker standing moonsault press, moving out the way that time was Randy Orton. Orton with a jab, Orton with more jabs. Orton had enough of Braun Breakker, now an Exploder suplex by the Viper. Both men are hurting, however. Crucial point of the matchup here tonight at SummerSlam, in the biggest party of the summer at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Raspberry Park getting a hell of a match, getting a hell of a show all round on 2 great nights of action. Randy sends Breakker into the corner hard. As Orton in control for the time being. What the hell's Randy thinking with Braun Breakker up there? Oh goodness, got dire intentions all the way up. At the tippy top rope, Randy superplex on Braun Breaker up the top. Both men very much in agony as Breaker rolls to the outside. Randy Orton, that's not ideal for him. Gonna get him back up and back into the ring. Drag that dead weight, get in a squared circle. And he does. As Randy Orton wants to win it all. Wants to walk out the victor. Get his win back from the gauntlet where Breaker beat him in the first 2 men. And look at that, oh, dragon screw leg whip by Braun Breaker that time. Braun gonna pick up Randy Orton with the house Breaker thinking, got him against the ropes once again. Perhaps maybe gonna go for that clothesline once more, but no, Randy getting whipped off, able to counter, look at a leap up, Braun going to catch him with a power slam. And it was Breaker out of the corner, looking to put the Viper away. We've already seen him hit one spear, at least we know this one's coming. Breaker out the corner, connects, and that'll do it. That's how he beat him in the gauntlet. Cover, hook the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2, Randy. Oh man, able to stay in it. Somehow, some ways, this one rolls on tonight at SummerSlam. Just the one spear was enough for Braun Breaker to beat Randy in the gauntlet, but he's done 2 tonight. That's SummerSlam and it's nowhere near enough, and Randy's still fighting back. Oh, what on earth is he doing that? European uppercut by WWE's Apex Predator, and now all the signature stomps by Randy. Targeting each body part, stomping on him limb for limb, and Randy a stomp right in the head of Braun Breaker. Oh goodness, and look at Randy. He's got that look in his eye, went for the RKO. Breaker able to move out the way, and Braun Breaker able to push him off and drop him with an STO. Braun ain't done with him yet. Breaker the shot, Breaker again. Irish whip by Braun, back into the corner goes Randy. Oh, Breaker has Randy Orton absolutely studied to a T tonight at SummerSlam. There's all goodness. Look at Braun Breaker off the top. I've seen that before. The following moonsault press slam. Come on. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down off the top. The 2. The 3. No, Randy kicking out. What a powerful, enthusiastic one of that. Oh, and Breaker's beside himself. Look at the expression on Braun's face. And his body language. It's telling the whole story tonight at SummerSlam. Randy though fighting back. Body shot from the Viper. And then WWE's Apex Predator with shot after shot. Breaker though fighting back with a right hand. Randy Orton now coming back. Knee fetch, jumping away. Here we go. Creating blows and shots as these 2 men go back and forth with heavy leather offense tonight at SummerSlam. And a heated grudge matchup with the SmackDown brands. Breaker and Orton continue to light up each other with big right hands. The crowd in life in New Jersey are loving every second of the action. As I apologise for the hiccups, folks. Can't control it. But these 2 men can't control this incredible match they are having. Because that's who they are. That's what they are made of. It's Randy able to get the advantage that time. Right hand knocking Breaker down on the canvas. And it was Randy Orton. What's he thinking here? Randy got him against the ropes. Steering right into the soul of Braun Breaker. Breaker though, big elbow. Now look at Braun. Look at the strength. Gorilla press. Double knees on the midsection of Randy. Cover off the gut buster. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. 2 count. Randy's still in this. How is he doing this, folks? What a fight tonight at the biggest party of the summer. We've already seen 3 great matches, including this one tonight on night 2. McIntyre and Fatu's war for the US title was fantastic, with Fatu retaining the gold. Steiner recliner by Braun over the ropes. Too close for Randy. Able to get the ropes, the veteran instinct kicking in for the Viper. Right hand now by Randy. Is now Randy lighting him up. Heel Sky winning the Continental title of 11 Morgan was a show-stealing battle as well as this one as Randy continues the shots and strikes on the unpredictable badass. There's one in the face. He's relentless. He ain't stopping until Braun Breaker stops tonight. Look at Randy. Look at Randy. Oh goodness. Braun Breaker gonna get dropped by the ropes. Randy Orton, the dripping DDT for the second time. A little bit of a different way to do it. Randy Orton now waiting for Braun to his feet. RKO for the second time of the match, and that's it. Orton cover. He's gonna get his win back from the gauntlet. The 2. Braun, no! Braun kicked out. Oh, the referee is running away from Randy because Randy is pissed off at our official tonight. That being Mr. Adrian Butler. Look at Braun though, spine buster on Randy. Oh goodness, Randy hit 2 RKOs, Braun's hit 2 spears, perhaps looking for a third. Out the corner, here goes Breaker, no, Randy! Able to sidestep it, moves out of the way for the next move from the bed, and there's an RKO for the 3rd time, that'll do it! Randy cover, hooks the leg, scores 2! Randy Orton gets the win tonight at SummerSlam! Randy avenges its loss from last year at SummerSlam against Aleister Black and wins this year against the debutant of SummerSlam, Braun Breaker, but Braun held more than his own, as that was a hell of a competitive battle. Braun Breaker just went to war, one of the best that WWE has to offer in Randy Orton, and even though Braun did beat him in the gauntlet, Randy able to get his win back and score a little bit of revenge tonight at the biggest party of the summer, even after 2 spears, that being the 2nd. I thought it was it, only enough for 2 as Adrian Butler's hands so close to the canvas, but there's the 3rd attempt of the spear, the move out of the way, and the 3rd RKO connecting, resulting in a major victory, a well needed one at that, for the Viper, Randy Orton tonight at the biggest party of the summer. Congratulations going out to Randy Orton. Cannot wait to see what is next for this man. As same could be said for Braun Breaker as well, who gave an incredible performance tonight in MetLife Stadium. There's so much more action to get to here on night 2 as Randy Orton celebrates a major win tonight at the biggest party of the summer, a well-needed one at this 2-night extravaganza at SummerSlam rolls on live tonight. Still to come tonight at SummerSlam, another grudge matchup this time from the Monday Night Raw side of things. The Fiend Bray Wyatt going to take part in just his 3rd matchup in this series, taking on former WWE Champion and last year's King of the Ring, Seth freaking Rollins. But coming up next is the SummerSlam 6-man gauntlet, featuring 3 stars from Raw and 3 stars from SmackDown. The winning superstar won't get a shot at either the Intercontinental or United States Championship, depending on which brand they are a part of.
The following contest is a gauntlet match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, or disqualification. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared a winner.
Thank you, make room for the match rules and introductions. Now it's time to find out who will be starting this inter-promotional gauntlet matchup, and it is the man who was the first to qualify by defeating the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, entering his 2nd straight gauntlet match at SummerSlam. Sami Zayn took part in the gauntlet last year for over the vacant Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam, which was vacated by Drew McIntyre, for him to get an opportunity at the Universal Championship in the main event of night 2, which he was successful in. Therefore, we had to find out a new Intercontinental Champion. 6 superstars took part in the gauntlet, including the likes of Johnny Gargano, the inaugural Intercontinental Champion of last season, Shinsuke Nakamura, Chris Jericho, Bobby Lashley, the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, and that man right there, Sami Zayn. The winner of that was a shock to most people. Ended up being the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, eliminating Sami Zayn in the final 2 of the gauntlet. Dunne was entrant 5, eliminated entrant 3, Chris Jericho, who survived. The likes of Johnny Gargano, who eliminated Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Lashley. And then he got eliminated by Dunne. Then Sami entered number 6. And Dunne was able to weather the storm, walk out the new Intercontinental Champion last year at SummerSlam. But it was this year where Sami Zayn got his win back against the Bruiserweight, allowing Sami to qualify for this gauntlet and making sure that Pete Dunne didn't. Well, Sami, the first man to qualify. He is the first man in the gauntlet. It's not going to be great odds for Sami Zayn, as he has to beat 5 men if he wants to win this entire thing. But here comes the 2nd competitor, and a man who has been on fire as of late, especially in the WWE World Cup Tournament. It's the finalist, the runner-up, Chad Gable. Well, I did say how the order of people qualifying isn't the order of which they enter, but I mean, it is random draw, and the first man to qualify was Sami Zayn, the second man to qualify was Chad Gable. They are the two men starting off this gauntlet. Zayn, of course, representing Raw. Chad Gable representing SmackDown. He was able to defeat Jeff Hardy to get a spot into this gauntlet match, and he made it all the way to the finals of the WWE World Cup tournament, where if he were to win, he would get an opportunity at the undisputed WWE Championship here on SmackDown. But win this from the number 2 position, which will be tricky, much like it will be for Sami Zayn, he will get a shot at the United States Championship of the Blue Brand, where if Sami wins, he'll get a shot at the IC gold. But here we go nonetheless, your gauntlet underway. Zayn and Gable, the first 2 men out. It is John Cone assigned the duties in this inter-promotional gauntlet matchup this evening. Chad Gable, Sami Zayn, what a fight this one's going to be. These 2 men always been on separate shows. They're finally colliding tonight. A part of this gauntlet to kick it off. Here we go. Gable, he might not be 100%. No, it's just that this past Thursday night in the final episode of WWE World Cup tournament, he fell short to Ilya Dragunov in the finals after defeating Obafemi in the semi-finals to start the show by count-out, mind you. He fell to the Mad Dragon, who is now the NXT champion, after he got the opportunity at the NXT title by winning the World Cup tournament. He won the gold just Friday night, just 48 hours ago, at the Great American Bash against All Ego Ethan Page in a 3 Stages of Hell main event. What a matchup that was, but what a matchup this is going to be. A big time gauntlet matchup tonight at Summerslam. Gable and Zayn starting out this one, of course. The likes of Logan Paul, Carmelo Hayes, Rusev and Aleister Black will be following in pursuit. We don't know which order. That was the order they qualified in. Maybe it will be as simple as that. Maybe it won't. We'll find out. But right now, Zayn and Gable starting as if you can imagine the other 4 looking on the back. Very determined to enter this gauntlet, you gotta assume. Sami Zayn here. Look at that. Nice headlock, side headlock on Chad. Chad able to escape, and now it's Gable. Look at this. Out of it. Oh man, Gable dropping him. Right in his head. Cover 2 off the Dragon Suplex. Kick out by Sami Zayn. My goodness. With Chad Gable grabbing Sami Zayn. Let's not forget about what Chad Gable accomplished in the WWE World Cup tournament. The first round defeating Germany's Ludwig Kaiser, of course representing the US of A, is Chad. Out of the corner that time. Pinning predicament on Sami Zayn to eliminate him from this gauntlet. Kicking it too. Says referee John Cone. Back there, counter. Sami comes out. And Sami Zayn now. The Hurricane Run on Chad Gable that time. Nicely done. Hi, Sami. Chad Gable in the second round defeating Canada's Bobby Roode, former world champion. Many called that an upset. Many also call an upset the victory that Chad Gable had over Big Bronson Reed of Australia, and of course against Obafemi by count out, but falling short to the Mad Dragon in the finals this past Thursday night. But Sami, shit cannon Chad to the outside. He might not be at 100%, and Sami looking to capitalise on that with a toe. Bacon, heel off the top. Over the top went Sami, taking out Chad Gable, throwing caution to the wind tonight at SummerSlam, a part of the gauntlet. Sami in his second consecutive SummerSlam gauntlet. He wants to win one over. Look at that, the Arabian Press moonsault to the outside. A little bit overshooting it with Sami Zayn that time. Now Chad going to make him pay for it going after the leg. Chop block by Gable that time, and now Chad off the apron. Double axe handle, taking him out at ringside. Right in front of us here at our commentary desk, and Sami, wait a minute, body slam on Michinoku, driver by Sami, turns and sits out with him. Mid-move it seemed. This inter-promotional matchup, this gauntlet continues. Sami, Arabian Press moonsault that time, able to connect with it. Who will get an undercut then? Or United States title opportunity. If you're from Raw, you get an IC title shot. If you're from SmackDown, you get a US title shot. The current Intercontinental Champion is Kevin Owens on Raw. The US Champion, Jacob Fatu on SmackDown. Zayn would love nothing more than a face-off with his best frenemy. And Kevin Owens once again for the IC gold. Kick out off that cross-body from Chad Gable. And Chad has had an opportunity in the past against Jacob Fatu in a non-title matchup against the US Champion. Fell short to that one. Can he get a shot at the gold perhaps against the undefeated Samoan Werewolf? Although Sami Zayn gets picked up by Chad, and look at Gable that time. Big penny predicament off that inverted suplex. Dropped him on his neck. Kick out, however, at 1 by Sami Zayn. I wish Sami wants to be out the corner, but Sami going to elbow his way out there. And now it's Sami out the corner, and Sami out of the tornado DDT on Gable. Sami Zayn on fire, ladies and gentlemen, and now it's Zayn Irish whip gonna send Chad into the corner. We'll go this. Gable in trouble, and Gable gets caught. Exploder suplex by Sammy the cover. Hook to the leg. Shoulders down. This could do it right here. Scoring 2 on Gable, and a kick out by Chad. Sammy, a former United States champion. Gable, a former Intercontinental champion. If either of these men win it, they get an opportunity to go after the opposite championship, which is now the brand exclusive of their brand. Sammy the DDT at the corner, heads to the top rope, sent to advance in the gauntlet. No, the double knees, right to the back. Off the Swanton Bomb. Attempt from Sami Zayn. Chad Gable going to take him out now. He sends him all the way packing in the ring now. Chad Gable, the Irish whip, sends him to the corner. Sammy already hit that Exploder suplex. Maybe a haluva kick would do the trick, but right now it's Chad Gable going to send him up on the tippy top rope here. What the hell is Chad got in mind here? He dastardly did here. Gable off the top rope. A back suplex by Chad Gable. And Gable here to take advantage. This is both of these men's second SummerSlam. Chad kicked off SummerSlam Saturday last year in tag team action, teaming with the man who will main event SummerSlam Sunday tonight in Kurt Angle. He will go after Gunther in a career versus title matchup. Them two teamed up to face FTR for the World Tag Team titles last year. At SummerSlam in losing effort following the matchup, Gable would turn his back on Kurt and Otis and the entire WWE Universe. But he's beginning to gain their respect back as he looks to push Sami Zayn out of the gauntlet. Top rope diamond headbutt, cover hooks the leg, shoulders down, John Cone right there, kick out by Sami Zayn. Gable might not be 100%, but he's certainly wrestling like he is. As all the damage and all the battles he went through in the WWE World Cup tournament meant something to him. And this means something to him as well to get shot at and get some gold once again. But it's Sami moving out the way, the elbow drop sends him in the corner. Sami Zayn perhaps looking for a haluva kick. No. Out of the corner, I've seen this before. Sami grabbing the wrist of Gable and going to drop of the tornado DDT, spiking Chad on his head. Come on. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, Sami Zayn to advance in the gauntlet, 2 count on Gable and yet another kick out by Chad. You gotta remember, folks, this is the gauntlet matchup. These two men are going at it balls to the wall here. In the first match of the gauntlet, there's 4 other guys in the back. That one of these men is gonna have to face at least one of them. Look at this, Chad Gable sends Sami Zayn to the outside. We saw Sami fly earlier on. Now it's Chad's turn to toe base. Suicide by Gable. And Chad Gable and Sami Zayn, they are both fresh, but they certainly won't be after whoever wins this matchup is. Because whoever comes out is going to be picking the bones of the winner. It's Gable, heads to the top rope. Sami Zayn, oh no, the moonsault. No water in the pool. Out of bounds that time for Chad Gable. And now Sami Zayn, that pop-up drop kick right in the jaw. Nicely done by Sami. And now Sami sliding drop kick. No, Gable moves out of home ways that time. Sami is hurting. Sami taking his time to get back to his feet, but Chad Gable overhead, belly to belly. Both men are down, however. Crucial point of action. This is just the first stage of the gauntlet. Neither of these superstars want this to go this long, because Logan Paul, Carmelo Hayes, Rusev and Aleister Black are wait to enter. We don't know which order, but we'll find out in due time. But these guys will go after it for about an hour, leading someone else to come out and pick the bones. Nonetheless, Gable on the pin, 2 count, Chad to advance. No, Sami kicking out. A butterfly, bridging suplex from Gable, not enough for a victory, but Chad heads to the top rope. Chad Gable tosses it around, and a moonsault off the top. Gable the cover of the moonsault to advance in the gauntlet, kick out again by Sami Zayn. How on earth is Sami doing this, ladies and gentlemen? As Gable with shot after shot, kick after kick, Sami sweeps the legs out from underneath them. Chad Gable comes right back, forearm shot avoided. Sami Zayn, the Irish whip, gonna send them out to the apron. Chad Gable gets caught by Sami. What's Sami thinking here? Big shot and a drop kick to the outside. These guys are going at it, man. They think this is just a singles matchup. It is not. It is a 6-man SummerSlam gauntlet, with these two men being the first 2 in the gauntlet. Sami sending Chad out of the ring in this promotional gauntlet matchup. Chad Gable might be out on his feet here as Sami picks him up to a vertical base. Irish whip sends him into the corner. Now Sami, hello that kick, that's gonna do it. That's how he beat Pete Dunne qualify into the gauntlet. The cover shoots him over, hook in the leg, shoulders down. Sami to advance, scoring 2. No, Chad Gable kicks out. Oh man, are you serious? Oh, Chad Gable showed how resilient and incredible he truly was. And the WWE World Cup Tournament, making it all the way to the finals. And now tonight, he wants to make it to the final stretch of this gauntlet. Well, he puts Sami Zayn behind him as he sends him in the corner. Sami in trouble. O'Connor roll, German suplex with a bridging pin. That's key. Oh, Theory cover, shoulders down. Scoring 2. Sami kicks out. What an unbelievable match. In the first stage of the gauntlet, Gable going after the ankle, went to pick it away for the ankle lock. Sami's in able to counter, he had him scouted, and now Sami picks up Chad, Blue Thunder Bomb. That's how he won the US title back in the day. The cover to advance in the gauntlet, 2 count, he got him. Chad Gable eliminated. Sami Zayn advances and moves on to match 2 of the gauntlet. But who's he going to face? That is the question. Oh goodness, that's probably the last man that Sami Zayn wants to see right now. Fellow Raw superstar, the Bulgarian Brute Rusev. And look at Sami's face. Sami just went to war with Chad Gable. What's it going to feel like going to war with a brute such as Rusev, representing Imperium, of course? It's Chad Gable walking in the back, eliminated from the gauntlet. Great matchup and great performance from Chad. But here we go. Matchup is underway with Rusev and Zayn now in this gauntlet. Big kick and out Rusev. Gonna do some damage onto Sami Zayn. Sami though face back and Sami with a clothesline. Down goes Rusev. And Sami got a little bit more fight left in attack. Sami Zayn, oh my god, poison rana the big man. A poison rana from Sami Zayn. That is unreal. Sami, middle rope, look at that. Double axe handle from Sami. Sami's still got a lot left in the tank now. We mentioned this time and time again. He is one of, if not the most resilient stars on the roster. Double jump to the top, cross body cover 1. 2 to advance for the upset against the relatively fresh Rusev kick out by the Bulgarian Brute. Sami, cannonball sent off the bottom up, didn't get all of it, but Rusev still rocked a bit. The knee moving out the way as the bloodstains are already on the canvas from just the first match of this gauntlet. I mean, Sami, he entered number 6 in the gauntlet last year. He didn't win. Now he's entering 1 this year. I mean, has he even got a chance? He beat Gable, fair play to him, but I don't know if he's got a chance against Rusev and drops him against the barricade with a Uranagi. You can imagine Gunther's loving this one. I mean, Gunther would love to be world champion, where Rusev wins the Intercontinental Gold. He's in a shot the IC title before that Money in the Bank in Los Angeles. A losing effort to Adam Cole on that night prevented him from winning that championship. Right now it's Sami Zayn, Tope Suicida by Sami. Oh, Sami keeping it up, man. Let's do this something else. Sami Zayn waiting for Rusev to get to his feet. Gonna fly again. A slingshot crossbody to the floor. Sami also had a shot at the Intercontinental Championship earlier on this series at Backlash in St. Louis, Missouri, against Adam Cole as well. Also a losing effort as Sami wants a shot at Kevin Owens, as does Rusev. Sami top rope, we're going to fly here. Rusev right there, no. Sami dropped him, cross body moving out of the way, but Rusev. Oh god, and Rusev gonna drop her, there's that. Big time release German suplex. We mentioned Chad Gable having a great show in the WWE World Cup Tournament. Let's think about Rusev having a great show as well for Bulgaria. Getting past the first 2 rounds, making it all the way to the quarterfinals before being eliminated by the eventual winner, Ilya Dragunov of Russia. He eliminated Switzerland, Cesaro, and of course Canada's Kyle O'Reilly along the way as Sami Zayn. They springboard splash out the corner. Sami heading up to the top rope. He is doing fantastic. And the Scarlet Swanton bomb the Rusev. Cover, loose the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2. Sami now advanced kick out by Rusev. That was close. Sami almost had it right there, folks. As he goes after him, the kick that time from Rusev. Rusev pissed off. The Mashka kick maybe incoming for Sami Zayn in his trouble. Look at the back wheels of Sami as he gets dropped with that slam from Rusev. I say cover the man. Oh, but he picks him up. Sami still though fighting back. Big jawbreaker by Zayn. Irish whip sends Rusev into the corner. Haluva kick by Sami. Can he get past Rusev as well? Shoots the hand, hooks the leg, shoulders down. This is it. There's 2 and Sami. No, Rusev kicks out. No, Rusev The more pressure with the two, able to stay in it off of Sami Zayn. However, kick. What the hell is Sami going to have to do to keep this man away? Rusev baiting back. Oh God, and there's a match got kicked by Rusev. Oh, I don't know if Sami Zayn has anything left. Is Rusev just stomping away on his knees and his ankles and any body part that he can find. Sami Zayn is getting absolutely dismantled tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As there's another stomp, there's one in the back, and there's the accolade submission on Sami Zayn. Nowhere from the goal. Center of the ring. Will he tap out here and pass out due to the pain that beat us? His time in the gauntlet will come to an end. Courtesy of Rusev, who will advance into the next matchup of said gauntlet. John Cole right there to see if Zayn will tap out or pass out due to the pain. Rusev's going to lock in. Sami, no choice but to tap out Rusev. Advancing in the gauntlet. That is Sami out of it. Rusev moving on. Entrant number 4 now about to make his way to the ring in the 6-man Summerslam gauntlet. And it is Carmelo Hayes of SmackDown. Rusev, of course, of Monday Night Raw, defeated Andrade this past Monday night on the red brand to get the shot in this gauntlet. Carmelo Hayes defeating Rey Mysterio a number of weeks ago on SmackDown, I believe last week on the blue brand, to get his spot in the gauntlet as he enters. And now here we go. Matchup underway in the gauntlet between Rusev and Hayes. Rusev just clotheslining Melo, not giving Melo a chance to get into this one. And a big time powerbomb by Rusev. A deadlift style as well by the Bulgarian Brute. Hayes out of the corner. Rusev going to push him off. We've seen this before from the Bulgarian Brute. A German suplex on a Carmelo Hayes. Got to be hurting his neck that time. It's Rusev stomping away on him right here. Rusev again continuing his stomps on Carmelo Hayes. My goodness. I mean, Hayes is the fresher man of the two, but he is getting pummeled. It's Rusev about twice his size. Rusev now picking up Carmelo Hayes to his feet. Big body shot. There's another body shot by Rusev as Rusev and Hayes stare so through each other's soul, or just staring through each other's soul rather. It's Rusev is on fire, but wait a minute, Carmelo, the waistlock, Carmelo Hayes! Release German suplex. That's what Melo needed. And Melo trying to get into this matchup now, running in and a drop kick right in the chest of the Bulgarian Brute on Monday Night Raw. Here's the matchup we never thought we would see this series. SmackDown Hayes versus Raw. Rusev is Hayes! Springboard! Clothesline by Melo. Incredible from Carmelo Hayes. And I'm going to send him into the corner. We've seen this before from Hayes. We're going to see it again. The fade away. Leg drop by Melo. And Melo won the United States Championship shot. He's headed to the top rope. Will he be facing Fatu in the future? There's a frog splash. Melo off the top for the cover, for the win. The 2, the kick out by Rusev. We know that Logan Paul and Aleister Black are the last 2 men in this gauntlet. They'll be entering following this one. Logan Paul on Monday Night Raw. Aleister Black is SmackDown. Rusev in there for Raw right now, and Hayes in there for SmackDown. Big shots from Rusev. Look at that. Oh, what a kick on Carmelo Hayes. This gauntlet really shaping up, ladies and gentlemen. Sami Zayn and Chad Gable, the first 2 out. The first 2 eliminated. Sami eliminating Gable. Rusev eliminating Sami. It's Hayes. And in the corner, and Rusev going to eat him with it, or meet him with a knee. As Hayes eats that knee for breakfast, lunch and dinner. But Melo, wait a minute, up and overflowing over DDT by Melo Hayes. And now Hayes on fire, feeling something in the water here at Summerslam in MetLife Stadium. The crowd cheering on Carmelo Hayes. Double axe handle off the middle rope by Hayes. Hayes back to the middle rope again. Melo looking to try and fly. Take out Rusev. What a boot that time from Melo. And now Melo with a double jump crossbody. We saw Sami Zayn do that to Rusev earlier on. Never seen Melo do it, but never seen Rusev sweeping the leg of Carmelo Hayes. And they're going to drop a vicious elbow drop. Not done yet. There's a second one by Rusev. And they're making a third here tonight at SummerSlam in Asbury Park, New Jersey. The stomp. Move out the way. Melo drop kick. Melo on that drop kick again. Rusev to his feet. Oh, Rusev with a master kick. Oh, what an impact. Rusev now shoots him over on the cover. Hook in the leg. Shooter down. To advance in the gauntlet. Scoring 2 on Hayes. And a kick out by Melo. Melo, a former NXT champion of last season. 165 days as champion. It's Rusev uncharacteristically heading to the top rope, waiting for a splash, moving up the way that time is Mello. And now it's Mello Hayes. Oh goodness, dirty, yeah, cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, Mello to advance in the gauntlet. 2, Rusev kicks out again. Oh, he's not able to move on the gauntlet just yet. It's Rusev using that resiliency talk to him by then getting out gun for the leader of Imperium, of course. What a shot by Carmelo Hayes. There's an 8th edge. There's another big shot. And a look at this, Carmelo is really lighting up the Bulgarian brute right here, right now at SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen. What is Hayes thinking? Another big body blow on a Rusev. There's another big body blow to Rusev. Rusev still rocked, still dazed, still out of it on his feet. The flashing lights of Rusev must be taken in right here, but wait a minute, Rusev counters with a headbutt. Now Rusev, wait a minute, oh goodness, Hayes does not want to be there. Mello gonna get choked down. There's the accolade off the Imperial Alabama Slam. Rusev with the accolade cinched it in. Take this one eliminated Sami Zayn moments ago. Will it do the same for Carmelo Hayes? John Connor's right there, the official. Seeing if Hayes will tap it or pass out to the peanut feet odds. Rusev will move on in this gauntlet. But no, Hayes somehow surviving, dropping Rusev face first on the canvas. Now Hayes from behind the schoolboy. Shoulders down to steal it to eliminate Rusev. This could be his best chance to do it. 2, 3, God, Hayes eliminates Rusev. In some way an upset for Hayes that time. There's now Carmelo advances, and here comes entrant 5, former Money in the Bank contract holder and former world champion. Mello don't like his chances. The Dutch Destroyer, Aleister Black, enters the gauntlet, and he's wasting no time. Going right into the ring, but missing that knee, and Mello going to catch him with a float over DDT. As now it's Mello and Aleister Black going at it. SmackDown versus SmackDown, which means Logan Paul is entrant number 6. He has the best chance to win this gauntlet. It's Carmelo Hayes. You see the sweat, you see the dents on that body. You know he's already hurting from his war with Rusev moments ago. There's now Aleister Black, the fresher, the 2 going at it with him. It's now Black, look at this combination offense. On to Carmelo Hayes. My goodness, look at that meteor by Black. Aleister Black defeating Shinsuke Nakamura to punch his ticket to this gauntlet. Now looking at defeat Carmelo Hayes and eliminate him from this. But a kick out by Mello at the last possible seconds. Here tonight at SummerSlam Sunday. It's Black. Runs back. Canada Meteor now on Hayes. Black firmly in control on Mello. And now it's Aleister Black. More combinations here. And indeed Hayes. Spiking Hayes. And Hayes not able to get out of the gates here against Aleister Black. And this stage of the gauntlet, but Logan Paul, the man with the best chance to win it, as he is entering number 6. He'll be facing the winner of this matchup in this gauntlet. It's Carmelo Hayes, Falcon Arrow that time. Onto Aleister Black, and a springboard moonsault by Hayes. Black still very much the fresher of the 2. Mello gonna do some damage onto Black here, and that's exactly what he's doing. These 2 men squared off in a fatal 4-way matchup a number of weeks back. Alongside Samoa Joe and Drew McIntyre for a shot to challenge Jacob Fatu tonight at SummerSlam. For the United States Championship, of course, won by McIntyre, as we saw that matchup earlier on. As Black now busting Hayes wide open with that spinning back elbow to the face of Mello. I mean, he calls himself Hamill. Black went for that spinning knee, and Hayes caught away a super kick. My goodness. When he shoots, he don't miss, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mello now. Gonna pick Aleister Black up. The Irish Whip sends him out to the apron and sends him out of the ring. Lucky for Black, this isn't a Royal Rumble, because if it was, he would have just been eliminated from it. But Mello, looking to fly through caution to the wind here with a toe break on. He low. Taking out Aleister Black here. And the 6-man SummerSlam gauntlet. 5 have entered. Logan Paul will be the last to do so as Black out the meeting all on the floor on Hayes. Hayes is down, there's no count out. Aleister Black now back in the ring, looking to take advantage of this one right here, folks. What is Black thinking? Oh, I've seen this before. The triangle moonsault by Black. What a thing of beauty. Wiping Hayes out, and I feel like Carmelo Hayes might be down and out. And this gauntlet matchup, I'll tell you. It's right now Aleister Black waiting for him to get to his feet. On the apron, Black now looking to spring in he does with that big time Knee straight to the face of Hayes. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down to advance in the final matchup of the gauntlet. Kicked out by Carmelo Hayes again. How is Hayes doing this? He's so banged up, so beaten up. He's still fighting against former world champion. And a Mystica! Dirty Diana! Face first, goes Black. Cover, Black gonna kick her. Shoulder up by Black. He caught him and dropped him on his face. Not enough for the 3 just yet. As Aleister Black getting stomped out by Melo. Melo continuously trying to stomp him out, but Black back to his feet. And Black caught him with that big time knee. Oh, the bicycle knee from the Dutch Destroyer. And now Melo Hayes down on his feet, getting picked up by the boot of Aleister Black. And there's Black! Master Hayes! That's it, cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, Black's going to advance, turn, no, Melo grabbing the bottom rope. Oh, great ring awareness and third instinct from Carmelo Hayes to know where he is, to know his surroundings and pick the rope to save him in this gauntlet. The ring awareness and better instinct of Aleister Black, perhaps not kicking in, but the top rope Meteora does connect the cover. Black to advance in the gauntlet, no ropes this time, the turn, another kick out by Hayes. Oh, how is Carmelo doing this, man? Went through it all against Rusev. Now he's going through it all against Aleister Black this evening. Now it's Black. Picking up Melo Hayes. Melo with a forearm. Melo now for 48 card breaker out of nowhere. Cover. Catching Black off guard. The 2, the 3. He got him. Oh, wow. Aleister Black suddenly eliminated and Carmelo Hayes moves from the final stage of the gauntlet. And as you just heard from ring announcer Mike Rowe, Melo looking and it's like, this is the guy I gotta beat. Logan Paul, the 6th and final man of the gauntlet. But look at Hayes, oh, he missed the mark. He missed the mark and Logan Paul gets him in the boot and that's with that fault. The next fall does win the match. It's Carmelo Hayes of SmackDown. It's Logan Paul on Monday Night Raw. If Paul wins, he gets Kevin Owens the Intercontinental title. If Melo wins, he gets Jacob Fatu and a shot at the United States title. It's all to play for in the final matchup of this gauntlet. Oh, first 48 by Hayes. First 48. Cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Scores 2. Logan's going to kick out. Oh, I thought Melo had him. I thought Melo Hayes had him right there and then, ladies and gentlemen. How is he going to do this, though? Is Melo off the ropes? Oh, missing that drop kick a little bit disorientated from all he's went through. He's defeated Rusev and he's defeated Aleister Black. Can he defeat Logan Paul? Say what you will about the Maverick. The man can wrestle. The man can go. He defeated Cesaro, one of the best pound for pound wrestlers on the planet, to get an opportunity to qualify to be a part of the SummerSlam gauntlet tonight. Logan Paul heads to the middle rope. Logan also a part of the World Cup tournament, getting eliminated by Femi, who was in the semi-finals. Should have mentioned Aleister Black was also in the World Cup tournament, also eliminated by Femi in the quarter-final stages, but he kicked out that time from Melo Hayes as Logan Paul with that satellite DDT off the middle rope out the corner. Somehow not enough to keep Carmelo Hayes down for the count. Carmelo Hayes going to elbow him right in the face, and now Melo, the super kick on the jaw of Logan Paul. Oh, look at Melo. He's fighting a little bit of something tonight. It's Melo Hayes, the springboard, the clothesline! A thing of beauty. Melo cover, centre of the ring. The busted open Hayes looking for victory. Turn the kick out by Logan Paul. You can imagine either Kevin Owens and as well as Jacob Fatu, both men in fact going to be looking on closely to see who they can potentially face next for their championship of either Raw or SmackDown. It's Logan dropping Hayes that time with a DDT. They're now going to Irish whip Hayes and send him into the corner. There's Logan thinking knife is shot by the Maverick. Logan's had some great matches against the likes of LA Knight, Seth freaking Rollins, and many others in this series. And Carmelo Hayes looks to be another one in this gauntlet. But wait a minute, went for a German suplex. Melo with a counter release German of his own. Both men are hurting this time, as they are both down crucial part of the matchup. As Logan was on top of Hayes that time, could have been a cover, but wouldn't have been for the 3 nonetheless. As Carmelo Hayes are going to drop a float first off the top rope that time, like Logan Paul. Carmelo Hayes making Logan Paul pay for just simply being Logan Paul, but nonetheless Paul Big shot on a Mello. Body blows here onto Hayes, who's feeling the effects of this matchup tonight. In his first SummerSlam of the season. Same can be said for Logan Paul as well. Is Logan going to clothesline Carmelo Hayes out to the floor? Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Logan Paul. Don't play over the top! In both men's first SummerSlam. One of them's going to be undefeated in the biggest party of the summer and get a shot at the mid-card championship of their brand. As Logan sends him in after taking him out on the floor. It could be Logan Paul's for the taking right. Here's Hayes. It's went through the ringer tonight into the back. Shot. Lariat. Cover. That'll do it. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. John Cone there too. No, Mello! What is this kid made of? Logan Paul can't believe his eyes. He's the top guy of NXT last season. Now look at him go. Tony Diana! Holy smokes, cover! Roots the leg. Shoulders down on Paul. Turn. Good grief. Elbow drop as Hayes continues to keep finding ways to fight back today. That SummerSlam is main roster run thus far hasn't gone exactly to plan, losing out to big names such as Drew McIntyre, Samoa Joe, and the likes. Again, a big victory over Rey Mysterio, which earned him a spot tonight in that gauntlet as Logan Paul clotheslines onto the floor. Again, glad it's not a Royal Rumble as Hayes would have been eliminated. That's a gauntlet. You gotta beat your opponent by pinfall or submission inside the ring. That's the final two of said gauntlet as Paul with the assignment solved. Off the middle rope, taking out Carmelo Hayes. And now it's Logan. What has he got in mind now? Some dastardly tactics you can only assume. Logan Paul. Oh goodness, top rope. Gladly Hayes getting to his feet, but I don't think it would matter much as Logan Paul blockbuster gets caught by Mello. How's Mello keep going? How's he doing this? A power slam, the pump kick, counter, Paul moves out the way, and now it's Logan. Picks him up, gonna drop him. Suplex! Oh God, that is it. That is the end of the line for Carmelo Hayes. Paul from Grace, no, knees up. Knees up by Mello Hayes. How's he doing this? Mello, shoulders down, predicament. Oh, the rope's saving him. The rope's saving Logan Paul. Rope break that time, Paul right there. Logan Paul now. What's he doing? Back up. Another vertical suplex. Alright, looking for the Three Amigos. Another tribute to the late great Eddie Guerrero tonight on night to a SummerSlam. Good luck following this matchup. Good coming up next. Tag titles of SmackDown on the line. As World Raiders will defend their WWE Tag Team gold. The World Tag Team gold, excuse me, against the MFT Solo Sikoa Tamatonga. Referee knocked down by Logan Paul, and Logan now. Brass knocks to the face of Hayes. Not like this. Cover. Boots the leg. Shoulders down. John Cone now back to his feet. No. No. The slow count. Mello grabbing the rope. Mello grabbing the rope. Oh, and again the ring awareness. And very instinct from Carmelo Hayes coming into play. John Cone telling off Logan Paul, if you hit me again, I'm disqualifying your ass. Oh, but Logan, looking to put Mello away. He's suffered an accolade, a black mass, and now he pulverizer. That's it. Logan Paul's number one contender for the Intercontinental title. Slow count. There's two. No, Mello! Oh my God! Well, the slow count certainly benefited him. Mello kicks out of the pulverizer. Logan Paul middle rope. No, he's up. Off the inside of 10. Mello. First 48-second time on the Maverick. Oh goodness, and now it's Carmelo. Heads to the top rope. Logan Paul in the drop zone down and out. Now getting to his feet. Carmelo is to become number one contenders of SmackDown's United States Championship. There's nothing but net cover 1, 2, Carmelo Hayes does it! What a win! What a match! Unbelievable showing tonight. Entering at number 4. Not only eliminating that man Rusev, but eliminating a former world champion in Aleister Black, and then the freshest man in the matchup, who is certainly there to pick the bones of Carmelo Hayes, and certainly there to toy with him, Logan Paul. But at the end of the day, it was Hayes' victory. I thought it was it right here off the pulverizer. The slow count benefiting Hayes, allowing him to kick out. Then a first 48 followed by nothing but net. Carmelo Hayes makes history in his first SummerSlam, wins the 6-man SummerSlam Gauntlet.
Here is your winner, Carmelo Hayes.
Congratulations, Carmelo Hayes, with the biggest win of his career. We could be potentially looking at your next WWE United States Champion. I'll tell you, folks, he doesn't exactly look like a winner tonight, but he has won. Bloody, battered and broken and all. Carmelo Hayes victorious at SummerSlam. But still to come tonight, your main event of the evening. World title on the line, as well as the career of Kurt Angle as he challenges Gunther for the heavyweight title of the world on Monday Night Raw. It's your main event of SummerSlam later on. But up next for the World Tag Team Championships of SmackDown, Eric and Ivan, the War Raiders, put the gold on the line against MFT representatives, the number one contender Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga, who won a mini contendership tournament accompanied by JC Mateo and Tonga Loa. It's next for the tag team titles.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall and is for the World Tag Team Championship.
Thank you, Alicia Taylor. World Tag Titles of SmackDown going to be hanging in the balance this evening, as here come the challengers. Solo Sikoa, the leader, Tama Tonga, the follower, as well as Tonga Loa, JC Mateo, and still your United States champion from earlier on this evening, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, with a change of clothes and joining his family to ringside. It was a mini contendership tournament which saw Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga win a triple threat elimination match by defeating FTR and the New Day. And then they went on to defeat the Usos, who won a triple threat tornado tag match of their own by defeating Mysterio and Ali, as well as the Wyatt Six. It was Solo and Tama defeating the Usos, becoming number one contenders and getting a shot tonight at SummerSlam against Eric and Ivar for the World Tag Team titles of the Blue Brands. But best of luck following what we just saw, that gauntlet off the charts, I'll tell ya. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Rusev, Carmelo Hayes, Aleister Black and Logan Paul all putting it all on the line. And the MVP had to be the winner, Carmelo Hayes. What an incredible performance for the young upstart. Now the number one contender for Jacob Fatu's United States Championship. But right now, the MFT's focus solely has to be on the World Tag Team Champions. Never lost here in this series apart from the first episode of the series, where they battled the WWE Tag Champs at the time in a champ versus champ match to determine the first draft pick of the next round of the draft, the Motor City Machine Guns. But they've not lost since then. They've been tag champs ever since WrestleMania, where they defeated FTR. They're also former NXT Tag Team Champions as well, and they are ready for war with a Hemo and the helmets on. Ladies and gentlemen, there's Eric on the mat. There's Ivar behind him. It's War Raiders. War Raiders, I believe, 4 successful defenses of the Tag Team Championships, defeating FTR KO with a little assistance from Aleister Black at Backlash in St. Louis, then getting past Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis of the Wyatt Six. Rey Mysterio, Mustafa Ali also went down on a SmackDown episode, as well as the Usos at Money in the Bank and Los Angeles. Going into their 5th defense of the Tag Team titles, only 2 titles have changed hands thus far at SummerSlam, being both Women's Championships. The Women's US title at SmackDown changing hands as Chelsea renewed Bayley's 113-day reign as champion, and Liv Morgan's reign as Women's IC champion earlier on tonight, ending in her home state of New Jersey by the hands of Io Sky. But that's what they're fighting for right now, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted WWE World Tag Titles of SmackDown. As we head it down the ring now with the official ring instructions from Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challengers, and a combined weight of 470 pounds, Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa, LFT. And their opponents, and a combined weight of 580
Thank you, Alicia Taylor. Eric and Ivar so close to beating their previous reign as NXT Tag Team Champions, which went on for 279 days, as they currently have the World Tag titles for 275 days, potentially the last time they handed over to the official. And for this match, SmackDown referee Ryan Tran as Tama Tonga going to start this one off against the big man Ivar of the Raiders. Can Eric and Ivar have a long reign, a longer one than their NXT Tag title run? We find out as matchup is underway. World Tag titles in the blue brand are on the line. Tran ringing the bell. Ivar going right after Tama Tonga here. Look at the power here of Ivar, going to drop him down. And it's interesting that Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga are the two men to represent the MFTs tonight in this WWE Tag Team matchup tonight. Or sorry, this World Tag Team title matchup tonight. As there's that springboard, back elbow, the handspring back elbow rather from Ivar, the kick at 2 from Tama Tonga. Because Tama Tonga and Tangaloa usually are the tag team for the MFTs. They are brothers at the end of the day. But Solo Sikoa, he wants gold. He failed to win the United States Championship from AJ Styles at Clash in Paris a few months back. And he wants to win tag team gold with Tama Tonga tonight for the MFTs. Because Jacob Fatu already the United States Champion of the MFT. Solo and Tama want to join him as champions here on SmackDown so they can run the entirety of that blue brand. As Eric is the legal man off that double team, and it's Tama Tonga able to get the advantage. Dropping both Ivar and Eric down. Eric with an 8-breaker. Ivar with a drop kick off the apron, and now it's a big forearm strike onto Eric. Irish whip now sends Eric into the corner. What's Tama thinking? A headbutt. Tonga. And Tama Tonga runs in on a big boot that time. Onto Eric. Tama Tonga putting his one up and acknowledging his tribal chief, Solo Sikoa of the MFTs. Big forearm dog counter, Eric fighting back, and now Eric Saito suplex on Tama Tonga. And if I were Tama, I'd make a tag into Solo Sikoa right now. Right now it's Eric sending Tama into his own corner, at least trying to, but Solo with a cheap shot that time onto Eric, and Tama's going to take advantage now with a big time swinging shot. Down he goes, Eric in trouble. Tama Tonga on fire tonight. Oh, Eric though crawling, trying to make the tag out of the big man Ivar. And that is what he's going to do. Solo Sikoa also tagged in now though. Ivar and Solo the legal man. Oh, but Solo going out trying to run away from Ivar, but Ivar catching with a shot off the apron. And look at Ivar, gonna send Tama Tonga back in the ring the hard way. Oh goodness. And I'm going to drop Tama Tonga with that Solo back up top. Rolling a diving headbutt off the top of the Ivar. Solo covering the big man for the tag team titles. Cover 2, kick out. Ryan Tran right there to count it, man. He was the referee for the Chelsea Green Bailey match, which saw Chelsea Green walk out. Your new Women's United States Champion last night at Summerslam. Will he be responsible of yet another title change tonight at the biggest party of the summer? On night 2 this time. They've only had 2 title change hands tonight. This entire weekend of SummerSlam. Perhaps another one will be taking place. And our 3 more championship matches we have left, including this one. Jade versus Lyra for the WWE Women's title, and of course Gunther and Angle. Career versus title in the main event. Eric backhand trying to go after Tama Tonga off the apron after what he did to Ivar earlier on, but Solo from behind off the distraction. And now Sikoa. Oh, look at that! Back suplex and a neck breaker. It's Ryan Tran getting rid of a kendo stick brought in by one of the MFTs on the outside. Whether that be JC or Tongaloa. That kick out though from Eric off that back suplex neck breaker. And now Solo grabbing Eric, trying to work him over here in the corner. Tag made, in comes Tama. Oh goodness, Solo and Tama. Double team offense here onto Eric. And look at that double team gutbuster. Tama in control for now. Eric hurting on the canvas. Is Tama now choking him out? Referee Ryan trying to do something about that. Step in perhaps. He's working him over, going right at him that time. It's Tama, the pickup onto Eric. Gonna make this a fairy tale ending for the Raiders tag team title run of 275 days. Cover 2 count, and a kick out. Oh, a close call that time. But not to be just yet. But wait a minute, jaw breaker that time from Eric. Onto Tama Tonga. And oh, look at that Eric. Going at him right at the back of him. And now it's Eric the pickup onto Tama. And he gut wrench all around the world. Not giving a damn where he threw him. Eric now Irish Whip going to send it into the War Raiders corner. Tag made. In comes the big man Ivar. Double team offense now from the Raiders. The tag team champions going to keep their reign going with Ragnarok. Double team powerbomb by the Raiders. Cover. Ivar legal. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down on Tama Tonga. Referee Ryan Tran now in position. Scoring 2 and Tama is able to kick out. Referee took as well to get into position that time. May have resulted in an earlier kick out from Tama Tonga, who makes the well-needed tag into Solo Sikoa. For Ivar being distracted, I believe, by JC Mateo at ringside. A bell in the back suplex. I Solo Sikoa on the big man. Gonna take a lot of strength to do that. Onto a man like Ivar. Throat cross now by Solo. Oh, Ivar gonna catch him with a big forearm. And look at this. Look at the power of Ivar. Shoulder breaker on Sikoa. And he got him. Oh, but look at that. Tama Tonga with a cheap shot. Ivar not having that one. Let's look at that. Tope. Oh, wow. Taking out both. Tama Tonga and Tonga. But watch out. JC Mateo grabbing Ivar and throwing him all the way around the ringside area. Oh, but you're going to be careful, JC. You may be disqualified. The more you do this to Ivar, he sends him all the way around the ringside area. Into the Raiders corner as Solo comes back into the ring, as does Ivar. Who's going to get the upper hand? It's going to be Solo. Tama Tonga distracting the referee, distracting Ivar as well. That spinning heel kick by Sikoa taking down Ivar. Now Solo going after Eric off the apron. But watch out, Ivar from behind. Waist lock from the big man. And a big back suplex and drop in. Solo down and a leg drop now by Ivar. Ivar makes the tag. Back in now is Eric. Eric wanting a piece of Solo Sikoa, stomping away now on the all-knowing one is Sikoa. Now the jawbreaker that time. Get some separation now ahead, but dropping him down, and look at Sikoa that time. Running senton onto Eric, heads up to the top rope. Eric's in the drop zone. Solo Sikoa and Tama to one goal. Flying Solo. Cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Ivar makes the save before Ryan Tran can even get his hand on the mat to begin his count. And Solo pissed off. Wanting a piece of Ivar, wanting to take him off the apron. Oh, wait a minute. It just brings him right back into the ring the hard way. And watch Solo Sikoa. Irish Whip sends him back out to the apron. But watch out, Eric from behind the neck breaker. By one half of the tag team chaps at 275 days. Eric trying to go after Tama Tonga. Tama drops down with a knee. And Eric that time able to get him. And now as Eric runs in on Solo Sikoa. Forearm shot. Eric trying to run in on him again. Big kick that time caught by Solo. Solo grabs him. But Solo thinking drops him up. And guard buster down goes Eric. Cover for the WWE World Tag Team titles for the MFTs. There's 2 on Eric and a kick out. Oh man, close call that time. Not to be just yet. If you are Eric, if you are the War Raiders, as Eric's fighting back, look at these striking combination offense on a Solo Sikoa forearm, knife edge jaw, kick to the leg, and now Eric runs in, and there's that double knee strike to the chest. Eric trying to capitalize. Solo down, but wait a minute, referee being distracted by Tonga low at ringside. The cover from Eric, the hook of the leg, shoulders down. 1, would have been 2, would have been 3, would have won this, and a kick out that time by Solo. And perhaps victory would have been there for the War Raiders if Tongalo had distracted the referee Ryan Tran. Well, now it's Ivar tagged back in going after Solo. Picks him up on a deadlift. Suplex by Ivar on Sikoa. Look at Ivar. Oh, the elbow drop that time. Moving out the way. It's Solo Sikoa, and Sikoa now catching him. The big short arm clothesline by Solo. Tag in comes Tama Tonga. Where did it tag? Tama now the legal man, and Tama jumping DDT on Ivar. Covering on the big man. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. 4 victories. Scoring 2. Ivar gonna kick out. Not getting a tag title change, at least not yet. But Tama, wait a minute, going after Eric and sends him off the apron that time. Turns the attention back to Ivar. Waist lock now. Irish Whip sends him into the corner now. He'll be making a tag back in a Solo. Yes, he is. Double team offense from Solo. And Tama once again. It's Solo Sikoa. Shot after shot. Throat thrust. Ivar falls in a heap on the mat. Solo. Leg drop. Nicely done. Go for the cover, Solo. You can win the tag team titles right here, right now. Over the tag. Here comes Eric. Oh, big body shots. After the hot tag, well needed into Eric, and now Eric going after Solo Sikoa. Eric pick up now, snaps, suplex by one half of the tag team champions and the Raiders. Solo trying to roll out of harm's way Eric though the pick up and Eric spinning forearm strike, no caught by Solo, and Solo catching him with a clothesline. Solo, tag, back in comes Tama Tonga. Well needed, I made that. It's Tama picking up Eric. Eric goes out, drop him with a jaw breaker, and now it's Eric. Big forearm, knee fist, chop, knee shot, Eric. You're up, paying uppercut now. Oh, but wait a minute, again the distraction from Tonga Loa, the brother of Tama Tonga, at ringside, getting in the face of the Warriors. Ryan Tran, maybe going to do something about this, man. That is a lot of times they have distracted the opponents, and that's good. Result in new tag champions being crowned. Schoolboy, shoulders down, 2 count kick out by Eric. Tama almost had the win right there off the Schoolboy. The counter, Eric though. Oh, the Phil Nelson knee in the back of the neck. When I take out Solo Sikoa, who dropped him with a knee. But wait a minute, the cover from Eric on the Tama. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, one and making the save as Solo Sikoa, who Eric couldn't keep at bay. Went to do it again, but Solo again catching him with a knee strike. And Eric going to have to keep his attention on Tama Tonga, and that's a knee strike for good measure. And then finally Solo knocked off of the apron. And now it's Eric. What's he thinking here? Big shot, no Tama, the counter, and then Tama runs in, and a neck breaker by Tonga. Tama Tonga doing his best, yeah, tonight at Summerslam in MetLife. This is both of these teams' debut on SummerSlam. All 4 of these men making their SummerSlam debut, having a hell of a tag team championship matchup in the process. Tag made Ivar, getting the well-needed tag. Next shot, countered, Ivar runs and cross, body by the big man. As we're back down to the 2 men that started off this matchup for their respective teams. Ivar and Tama going at it. Cover from Ivar, shoulders down, leg is hooked, and a kick out by Tama Tonga off that cannibal senton from the bottom rope. Looking to retain the tag team gold. Elbow drop moving out the way that time is Tama Tonga. Tama getting that separation. The cut forward elbow straight cover. On Ivar, new tag team champs. Eric making the save. Before Ryan trying to get his hand on the canvas again for a 1 count. And Tama, drop kick. Off the apron goes Eric. Tag. Here's Solo. That's it. Solo and Tama are going to win the tag team championships, man. Solo legal, but wait a minute, Ivar with shots and strikes and knees, and now bam, double axe handle by Ivar. Ivar is on fire, man, and there's that ragtag kick, a spinning heel kick, knocking Tama Tonga off the apron. Oh, but come on, it's JC Mateo now getting in the face of Ivar. How many times are the MFTs going to distract the tag team champions today? Solo Sikoa to his feet, looking to steal one. Schoolboy on Ivar, new tag team champions, shoulders down, scoring 2 to win the 275-day reign of the Raiders, but more Raiders surviving. Ivar the kick out, Ivar the forearm, Ivar grabbing Sikoa and dropping him to the canvas. Oh man, what an attack. There's Tama Tonga, but drops him off the apron. That time was Ivar. Now it's Ivar off the ropes here. What's he thinking? Saw that big time spine buster type maneuver. Ivar now, what's he thinking here? Off the spine and the pain. Sends Solo in the corner. Tag Eric the legal man. Oh goodness, that's not where Solo wants to be. Ivar picks him up. Eric now. Springboard clothesline. Eric knocking Tama off the apron. JC and told him off the 1 pursuit cover from Eric to the 10 tag team goal. 2 Solo kicks out. Oh, come on. It's not over yet. Solo surviving that. As the WWE tag title matchup remains ongoing. Solo, wait a minute. Spinning Solo and Eric cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down. New tag team champions. Ivar makes the save. What a tag team championship matchup today at SummerSlam, man. Solo sends Ivar to the outside, looking for Samoan Spike on the floor, on the unlegal participant, but Ivar able to counter it, now sends Solo into the ring. But wait a minute, distraction again from JC Mateo to Eric. As Solo gets sent and Solo down and out on the canvas, but Eric all up in the face of JC. Is now turns attention back to the legal participant. Kick to the hammy on Solo. Solo back elbow. Now Solo the pick up. Belly to belly suplex by Sikoa on Eric. And Solo going after Ivar. Ivar getting back up. Able to see Solo coming that time. But now it's Solo Sikoa knocking Ivar off the apron and running in on Eric with a big running senton shot. And they're waiting for Eric to get to his feet to crown new WWE World Tag Team Champions tonight at MetLife Stadium. And New Jersey at SummerSlam, the elevated Samoan spike on Eric Cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, scoring two. We have new World Tag Team Champions. The heartbreaking loss of the Raiders tonight, not able to surpass their NXT Tag Team Championship reign of 279 days as their World Tag Team title reign comes to an end at 275 days tonight at the biggest party of the summer. We have new World Tag Team Champions as these two men join Jacob Fatu with gold around their waist and their crew of the MFTs here on SmackDown. We're looking to run roughshod over the entire SmackDown locker room as Solo and Tama have claimed more gold for the MFTs. They are your new World Tag Team Champs. What a mega win for the MFTs tonight at SummerSlam, your new World Tag Team Champions. But still to come tonight, Jade Cargill defending her WWE Women's Championship and trying to keep her 275-day reign alive as WWE Women's Champion. Unlike the War Raiders as she takes on Lyra Valkyria for the gold later on. But up next, a grudge match in the red brand. The Fiend Bray Wyatt enters just his third match of the season, taking on last year's King of the Ring and a former WWE Champion, last year's WrestleMania main eventer, Seth freaking Rollins. It's next in New Jersey, right here, right now. Oh man, what a night it has been. And we are welcoming you now into the Firefly Funhouse. As it was this past Monday night on Raw, the Fiend Bray Wyatt getting a little bit of a warm-up match in ahead of his contest against Seth Rollins tonight at SummerSlam, where he took on the big strong boy Tyler Bate. And a pretty decisive matchup nonetheless, I should say. A decisive matchup which saw the Fiend make quick work of Tyler Bate in that one. The Fiend's other victory came against Keith Lee here on Monday Night Raw. And let's not forget, he defeated Samoa Joe as well at WrestleMania. The man who ran roughshod over the entire Raw roster last season, having a 364-day reign as World Heavyweight Champion. Just 1 day shy of a year. He was able to put him away, no problem. The Fiend currently undefeated since unleashing his alter ego onto the scene before WrestleMania last season. He beat Joe, he beat Keith Lee, he beat Tyler Bate. Let's see if he can beat Seth freaking Rollins tonight at SummerSlam. As Rollins, he needs wins. He hasn't been doing too good this season. The former WWE champ, of course, last season, King of the Ring, the first man to pin Drew McIntyre and beat his undefeated streak. He's kind of fell off a little bit. Failed to capture the world title this season, losing his WWE title at WrestleMania as well. Did defeat Logan Paul at Bad Blood in Atlanta last month. Well, let's see if he can beat the Fiend Bray Wyatt, because there's one thing to beat Logan Paul, it's another to beat the Fiend. No one's done it yet. Yes, people have beaten Bray Wyatt, but not this version of Bray Wyatt. This is a whole new level of intensity from the Fiend tonight. As the Fiend looking around this crazy psycho taking part in his first SummerSlam event. Bray Wyatt, of course, took part at SummerSlam last year. Not the Fiend, just regular old Bray Wyatt. A great star in his own right. Was United States champion at SummerSlam last season, was able to retain that US title against Ricochet, and we have not seen Ricochet ever since. Bray seemingly retiring the one and only in the WWE. After that United States Championship retention last year at SummerSlam, he looks to become 2-0 at the biggest party of the summer here against Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins last year at SummerSlam losing out in a tag team championship match on the WWE tag team title scene as he teamed up with Jon Moxley of the Shield as they defended the tag team titles in a losing effort to the undisputed era of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, which started their iconic 370-day reign as WWE Tag Team Champions, the longest reign we have ever saw still in this entire series history. But here comes the Fiend's opponent. Here comes the visionary, the revolutionary. Here comes Seth freaking Rollins with a thunderous ovation from the crowd, and of course, them singing along his song at MetLife Stadium this evening. Going to be a very interesting matchup, big time grudge match on the roster of the thing. The Fiend and Rollins right here, right now at SummerSlam. Gonna be good, man. Rollins knows how to make an entrance, as he's doing it with style tonight at the biggest party of the summer. An interesting battle this is going to be. Some would say it's the Fiend's toughest test to date, but yet again he faced Samoa Joe in his prime. Joe seemingly hasn't really been the same since that loss to the Fiend at WrestleMania. Sure, he defeated AJ Styles a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. Sure, he submitted Cody Rhodes this past week on SmackDown, but he lost to Rhodes last night at night one of the biggest party of the summer. And tonight, the Fiend looks to send another man on a downward spiral who is already kind of on one, but kind of built himself back up at Bad Blood, but may go right back down courtesy of the Fiend. Here we go. It's Bray Wyatt. It's Seth freaking Rollins. Right here, right now at SummerSlam. Raw official in here, rings the bell. The Fiend jumps him before the bell can even ring. It's here we go. Matchup now officially underway. The Fiend getting a jump on Rollins. Running sent on by Wyatt that time. Aye, that's dastardly individual by Rollins. Fading back, nice lead in the midsection. Now it's Seth fading back. Irish whip sends the Fiend into the corner. Jacket still on and all sorts. The Fiend face first into the middle turnbuckle by Rollins. Look at Seth. Oh, he's a man possessed, man. It's Rollins. Overhand shot, forearm nicely done. Right hand now by Seth. It is Seth. Backs him up against the ropes. What's Rollins thinking here? Forearm bouncing him off, ricocheting off the mat, or off the rope rather, as the Fiend Bray Wyatt. And it's, oh man, German suplex, bridging pin, cover one. Only one. Kick out there, says Eddie Rango. At one by the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Notice how Rollins was bouncing him off the ropes, ricocheting him off the ropes. Ties into the Fiend's, Bray Wyatt's match last year at SummerSlam against Ricochet and defends the US title as Rollins went for a springboard moonsault. The Fiend wisely rolling to the outside, but Rollins going to get him out there on a slingshot crossbody to the floor by Seth. And Seth Rollins will do whatever it takes to knock off the Fiend tonight at the biggest party of the summer. What's Rollins thinking here? A springboard moonsault! Not a springboard, just a moonsault off the apron, but a thing of beauty nonetheless by the visionary Rollins. As the Fiend getting to his feet, referee Eddie Orengo continuing his count here. Let's look at Seth. Tope, caught him on the tongue. Rollins throwing caution to the wind tonight as the Irish whip sends him into the ring. What's Seth thinking right here and now, man? Rollins comes back in. The Fiend, the throat thrust, the shot now by the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Got him again with a shot, and now it's, oh, look at that, the clothesline by the Fiend on a Seth. Now what's the Fiend thinking here? Off the ropes, double axe handle. Sorry, off the apron with a double axe handle. No ropes there to be seen as now Rollins back to his feet. Now the Fiend, a flying clothesline off the apron. And now back up there, and a senton now to the back of Rollins to the floor. The Fiend obliterating him here on the outside, but the elbow drop avoided by Rollins, and now it's Seth. The Irish whip sends the Fiend back into the ring. Eddie Orengo almost getting caught in the crossfire that time as Rollins comes back up on the apron now. Count of 5 from the official as Rollins now the springboard knee strike into the ring by Seth. Heads into a cover, hook on the leg, shoulders down on Wyatt. Can he get the win right here? Scoring 2 on the Fiend and a kick out. 2 count on the Fiend at this portion of the matchup. It's great for Rollins. And there's a running springboard moonsault from middle rope. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down. Once more to the rear fall. Unbelievable offense, man. Look at this. Rollins all kicked off by the Fiend that time. Oh, look at that Fiend. He is just a man possessed, ladies and gentlemen, as he chokes him out in a corner. Look at this. Referee Eddie Orengo going to get in there and separate these two from the corner. They get a clean break. The Fiend backs up, but he's still only offensive here against Seth freaking Rollins. Double axe handle to the back of Seth that time. I'm going to do it again. This time at the other side of Rollins, and it connects. Nothing fancy, but damn sure effective on a Rollins. Rollins not going to be liking what he's feeling tonight against the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Fiend now picking him up. Uranagi by Wyatt. Planting Seth. As lesson of the Fiend. Yowie wowie, he says. On to Rollins. Rollins getting obliterated down on the canvas. The Fiend could maybe even pin him right here. Don't think it would keep Rollins down for the count, however. Rollins is a very resilient superstar, but he's certainly in there right now with the Fiend Bray Wyatt, a monstrous opponent like no other he's faced before here in the WWE. But there's Seth, a sling blade, trying to get a little bit of momentum into this matchup here. There's Rollins, middle rope, oh goodness, a Phoenix, splash by Seth, cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, 2 count near fall. Kick out by Wyatt that time. Elbow drop move out of the harm's way. Another Fiend Bray Wyatt back to his feet. The Fiend now running right through him like a freight train. Rollins ain't going to like that maneuver. Now it's the Fiend running in, sent on. Into the cover. Hooking the leg on Rollins. Shoulders down. Hooking the leg. This could do it right here. And a kick out by Seth. Well, the Fiend had it right there and then, man. But not to be. Not yet, anyway. With the Fiend. Oh, picking him up. Oh, God. We've seen this before. The Fiend. Oh, God. Trying to break the neck of Rollins. We saw him do that with Tyler Bate this past week on Raw. The cover on Seth after it, and Rollins with a powerful and enthusiastic kick out on the left. I don't know how he done that after what the Fiend just put him through, but Rollins back to his feet, however. And now it's Seth with slocking a big time backbreaker. With a back suplex variant by the Fiend, and now a kick to the back, and now targeting the back of Wyatt. Smart strategy off the rope. Now goes Rollins, and Rollins dropping with that signature knee strike. That vintage style shot. And again a moonsault to the back connecting. Oh, we're looking forward again, but this time the Fiend rolling into the corner just like earlier on. He rolls out of the ring. This time rolling away from a moonsault attempt, but this time getting his knees up from another one. Continuing a counter after counter. And it was the Fiend. Pick up on Rollins and dropping him head first on the mat. Seth hurting after that badly, and oh goodness, this is not where Rollins wants to be. It's the Fiend Bray Wyatt crawls out of the corner. Seth Rollins on the canvas, and then the Fiend Bray Wyatt gonna turn round Rollins to his feet. Stay down, Seth, at this point. The Fiend now to assist the Abigail and connect on Rollins. The cover, hook to the leg, shoulders down. The Fiend to win it all at Summerslam. The 2, the kick out by Seth. Oh man. How the hell is this one still ongoing, ladies and gentlemen? A big knee that time by Seth freaking Rollins under the Fiend Bray Wyatt. As Rollins is fighting after all the onslaught, including a Sister Abigail's kiss. And it was Wyatt sent to the corner by Rollins. Rollins now with a buckle bomb, and he got him! And Rollins ain't done just yet. He knows that that's not going to do the trick, but that's well. Top rope frog splash by Seth as he's feeling froggy. Rollins now going to capitalise on the cover, hooking the leg, shoulders down on the Fiend. This could do it. Scoring 2. Now a kick out by Wyatt. The closest call we've seen though of the Fiend just yet in this matchup. As Rollins almost had it there. Rollins middle rope. Waiting for the Fiend to get up to a vertical base. On wobbly foundation here is Rollins. Blockbuster by the Visionary. What a big time win tonight. He needs a big time win. The elbow drop though avoided. And now it's the Fiend into the Mandible Claw. Mandible Claw on Rollins. Nowhere for Seth to go here. Oh, the shoulder is up off the canvas though, but Rollins might tap out or pass out due to the pain here in the Mandible Claw. But the Fiend is enforcing through the throat of Seth freaking Rollins. Any angle is right there, you're official to see. If Rollins will submit here, if he does, the Fiend will be victorious in a second straight SummerSlam. Or Bray Wyatt will at least. And the Fiend will get a win at SummerSlam alongside his other ego, Bray Wyatt, of last season. But Seth able to escape it and is fighting back with all as well. All his might. Look at Rollins go. Big shot. Seth Rollins kick and a pedigree. Rollins cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Score and turn. Now the Fiend stayed in it. What a match tonight. At SummerSlam. What a great show all round. Both last night at night 1 and tonight on night 2. Rollins Phoenix splash off the top. We saw him do that from the middle rope. Now from the top. Rollins for the win. The cover. The 2. The kick out again. And a powerful and enthusiastic one that time from the Fiend. Not allowing Seth Rollins They get the Duke, and it was Wyatt. Wait a minute, Seth the Abigail for the second time of the match. Cover, Wyatt for the win, center of the ring, 2, Rollins kicks out. Oh man, what a back and forth battle. A tremendous back and forth between The Fiend and Seth freaking Rollins as The Fiend heads up to the top rope. Not often we see him up there as Rollins moves out of the harm's way. Moving out the way, that top rope elbow. Rollins, shoulders down on The Fiend, on corner roll. Penny predicament to steal the win here at SummerSlam, and The Fiend's going to kick out. Rollins almost had it right there and then, ladies and gentlemen. Now Seth on the right hand out the corner. The Fiend with an elbow. And now The Fiend throw a shot, and then The Fiend right back into a mandible claw, right back into the mandible claw, and Rollins, and this time pinning the shoulders down the mat. That's how he beat Tyler Bate this past week on Raw. Cover on Seth too. Rollins still in it. I thought Rollins was knocked out during that mandible claw, but he is still alive somehow, some way. The Fiend to the top, a senton off the top by Wyatt. Cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2. The Fiend, no! Rollins again kicking out. And these two men going crazy back and forth. The Fiend, I believe, trying to attack referee Eddie Orango, but wait a minute, Rollins gonna kick him down the sides and Seth, oh no! The Fiend is done. The Fiend now gets stomped out by Seth. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, 2 count. No, Wyatt's still in it. For Wyatt, that Rollins with 2 mandible claws, 2 sister Abigails, and Rollins is still in it. Rollins now hit his first stomp of the match, but The Fiend still in it. And a springboard moonsault by Seth. They had struggles during the entirety of the matchup earlier on. Now he's doing it. Now he's in the driver's seat. Middle rope frog splash. These up. I spoke too soon. The Fiend catching him right in the ribs. And now it's Wyatt. Broke thrust on a Seth. And then a pick up as The Fiend and launching Seth down to the canvas hard. Wyatt off the rope. Sent on again. Rollins knees up. Rollins knees up. That's what he needed. Seth. Right hand kick. Jab shot. Seth pick up. Look at the power. Powerbomb. Set out style, Penny predicament, shoulders down, Rollins to beat Wyatt too. No, the kick out. Big star like Rollins doesn't want to go 0-2 at SummerSlam. He wants to prevent Bray Wyatt of becoming 2-0 at SummerSlam. Seth Rollins now. The tippy top rope. We've seen maneuvers like this before from the Visionary. We're going to see it again. The suplex by Rollins off the top. Floats over. And a Falcon. Now, Penny predicament cover. 2, 3, down! Oh, The Fiend is still in it. A kick it again by Wyatt. Rollins stomping away. He's pissed off, and look at that. Seth Rollins with another stomp. A second, the match is done. Rollins is going to win it. Cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulder down. A kick out at 1. Are you kidding me? Rollins is beside himself. Look at him. The Fiend is getting up now. After kicking out at 1 from his second stomp and his third, Sister Abigail. The Fiend now, can he capitalise? Slowly crawling over the cover on Rollins, hooks the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2, and The Fiend, no, not yet victorious. Rollins kicks out again. What an unbelievable battle at SummerSlam. We still have 2 more big time matches to go, including 2 championship encounters, but Rollins, the schoolboy, and The Fiend for victory. Any means necessary. No, The Fiend still in it again. The Fiend still in it again. The stomp, Fiend to his feet, mandible claw again. 3rd time, locks it in. The shoulders are up the canvas. Therefore, Rollins may tap out or pass out in the pain here, and if he does, The Fiend will be victorious in a 2nd straight SummerSlam, and he is. Bray Wyatt went back-to-back SummerSlams, and The Fiend gets the job done for him this year. Oh man, what a huge win for The Fiend. What a great match, and I can't believe we saw the kick out at 1 off of that stomp that time. But this was the closing moments, the throat thrust, the 3rd Sister Abigail. The Fiend couldn't really make the cover right away. Got into the cover, only resulted in a 2. Then a schoolboy attempt from Rollins, kick out by The Fiend into a 3rd and final mandible claw, which was enough to make Seth Rollins pass out and gain The Fiend victory tonight. What a win for Wyatt in a 2nd straight SummerSlam. First it was Ricochet, Now it's Seth Rollins. Congratulations going out to that second twisted individual. Here tonight at the biggest party of the summer. Where the hell's he gone? Oh, now he's on the damn stage. How the hell's he done that quick then? Nonetheless, SummerSlam continues live at MetLife Stadium. Women's title action coming up next at SummerSlam. That is right, folks, and it's time for your penultimate contest of the evening. Brought to you by Minute Maid tonight on SummerSlam Sunday. Lara Valkyria challenging Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship next from MetLife Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
Lara Valkyria is the number one contender. She earned the opportunity by defeating Women's United States Champion at the time in a non-title matchup, being Bayley. Finally beating the role model to get the shot tonight at SummerSlam against the champion, Jade Cargill. And it was this past Wednesday night on SmackDown where Cargill had a warm-up match ahead of Lyra. Tonight at SummerSlam where she went 1-1 in a non-title matchup against the Sniper, Zoe Stark, an upstart performer on the SmackDown brand. Cargill was victorious, but it was during the match where Lara Valkyria attempted to steal her WWE Women's Championship, attempted to run away with Cargill's gold before even winning it. Cargill saw her do this, stopped her on the ramp, hit her with a shot, reclaimed her title, but allowed Zoe Stark to take control of the matchup momentarily and almost secure victory over the WWE Women's Champion. Cargill didn't take very kindly to that and looked to take out her aggression and frustration on Lara tonight in your penultimate matchup at SummerSlam. Jade Cargill last year at SummerSlam winning the WWE Women's Championship for the first time of this series. She is a two-time WWE Women's Champion, let's not forget. Cargill winning her first title by defeating Asuka on night one of SummerSlam last year, having an 88-day reign as champion before losing the gold in her first defense against SmackDown call-up Bianca Belair from NXT last series. Safe to say that Cargill's second run as WWE Women's Champion has been much, much better. Defeating Io Sky on the first episode of this series in a champion versus champion matchup to gain the first pick for SmackDown in the Women's Draft, which of course Jade Cargill was the pick there. Then her first defense of the WWE Women's title came against former Women's World Champion Kairi Sane in an episode of SmackDown. Defeated her. Then beat Alexa Bliss at Clash in Paris. Put away NXT champ at the time and now former NXT champion Tiffany Stratton at Saturday night's main event. And of course, let's not forget about her most recent defense against Sasha Banks at Bad Blood in Atlanta, Georgia. This will be her fifth defense and her second reign as the WWE Women's Champion of her 275-day reign as WWE Women's Champion, winning it at WrestleMania in a fatal four-way elimination matchup with the defending champion in there, Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan as well, and of course, a woman that Jade Cargill knows all very well, Bianca Belair. Jade earned the opportunity at the title by winning the Royal Rumble matchup. It's supposed to be Jade versus Charlotte one-on-one at the Grand Stage, and all turned into a fatal four-way, but Cargill still winning it, eliminating Belair in the final two to walk out the WWE Women's Champion on that night and looking to retain it tonight on her 275th day as champion. Doesn't want to lose it like the Raiders done earlier on to the MFTs. Is that right? There's what they're defending for the beautiful, prestigious and coveted WWE Women's Championship of Thursday Night SmackDown as we head it to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from Dublin, Ireland, and her opponent from Vero Beach, Florida, the WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill.
Thank you, Alicia Taylor, for your final introductions of the evening. Of course, Mike Rome going to be taking the main event tonight between Gunther and Kurt Angle, career versus title. Before we get to that, we got a great Women's Championship matchup to get to. The Women's World Title matchup on last night's edition of SummerSlam was fantastic, with Rhea Ripley defending against Becky Lynch, remaining undefeated in the series and stopping Becky from winning world titles at back-to-back SummerSlam events. Tonight it's Jason Ayers, SmackDown referee, ascending the reach for this penultimate matchup. Tonight is Jade, went to jump Lyra for the bell. Lyra saw it coming, and Lyra striking her in the corner. Matchup of the way. The WWE Women's Championship is on the line tonight at the biggest party of the summer. Lyra, middle rope, flying in, leg drop on Cargill, right in the throat of the Storm. And now look at this, oh my! Down and both sent off in the bottom rope by Lyra. Valkyria looking good against that bitch Jade Cargill on the early going of this Women's Championship matchup tonight at SummerSlam in New Jersey. And this two-night extravaganza. The second last match of this incredible weekend. Tune in for Raw as well. Tomorrow night for all the fallout, as well as NXT, SmackDown, and the return of WWE Dark, now that the WWE World Cup tournament is now in the past. Ilya Dragunov, of course, winning that tournament, now the NXT champion. His hard work in that tournament paid off and then some for the Mad Dragon. And it's Jade stomping away on Lyra, turns her around, stomping away on her again. And it's Cargill, we've seen this before. Look at the power of Jade, and a deadlift center powerbomb covered by the champ. Looking to retain here, to remain undefeated at SummerSlam, as she is 1-0 after her victory against Asuka and her win of the WWE Women's Championship last series at SummerSlam in her first reign. Kick out the one by Lyra. Lyra now getting back up to her feet, and now the combination offense from Valkyria here. Look at them kicks from Lyra. Another springboard from Valkyria, and a crossbody by the challenger. Lyra trying to do whatever it takes to walk out WWE Women's Champion tonight. Springboard on the slingshot rather than a crossbody on the floor by the challenger Valkyria. And now it's Lyra going to send Jade back into the squared circle here. Lyra heads to the top rope. Jade, wobbly foundation, getting to her feet. Lyra Valkyria, crossbody on the cover. Lateral press, hooking the leg, shoulders down for the WWE Women's Championship 2 count. Not a kick out by Jade. Too close. Call that time. Lyra almost walking out your new WWE Women's Champion this evening. Oh, went for a standing moonsault, moving out of the way. That time was Jade Cargill. And now Cargill, knife edge chop on a Lyra. There's a second one. Not sure if she got all the first one, but certainly got all that second and third. Now dropping her right where she stands on the mat. Oh, it's Jade Cargill. Push-ups here in the ring. Very cocky, ever so confident, and now booing Lyra to the outside. And if this was a Royal Rumble match, Lyra would have just been eliminated. Even if it was, I wouldn't like her chances. It's Jade Cargill, of course, the Royal Rumble winner last year. The inaugural Women's Rumble winner is Jade, as she flies and takes Lyra out on the floor that time with a springboard crossbody. Now got her against the barricade. And this crowd tonight at MetLife Stadium, we're getting a close view, especially the front row, as Lyra gets booted by Cargill at ringside. Jason Ayers continues his count. Of course, Champion's advantage is on only for Jade Cargill if she is to win this matchup by count out. Or if she is to get disqualified, she will still be the WWE Women's Champion, even if she loses the match by count out as well. But watch Lyra off the barricade! Meteora! On a G, the double knee, he's going to get back in the ring on Lyra. Count of 7 here. It's Valkyria, a frog splash to the back of Cargill, who's trying to get to her feet. Lyra now, back in, back out, and breaking the count as Valkyria on fire today. And it's safe to say the crowd firmly on the side of Lyra Valkyria this evening in this WWE Women's Championship encounter, but Jade able to counter her. And Jade sends her on shoulder first in the barricade, and that may be an injury for the challenger Lyra as Jade now comes back in. And now showboat into the crowd, saying she's that bitch, she's that champion. And wanting her 275 reign, a day reign rather, to continue. Jade off the apron that time, double axe handle on Valkyria. Off said apron, Lyra, and Jade keeps countering though, jawbreaker from Lyra. And it was Valkyria, a German suplex! Unbelievable! Almost dropped her against the announce table that time. Count of 3 from Jason Ayers, but watch Lyra back in the back out, and it's open! Crossbody! Lyra pulling out all the stops tonight, throwing caution to the wind, all in the hopes of winning the WWE Women's Championship against Cargill. But watch Jade, Exploder suplex now on the floor. Leg first against the Spanish and International announce table. Now it's Jade off that nip off as well. Counter 5 from Jason Ayers. Jade now going to send Lyra back into the ring, as that's the only way this matchup can end. Inside the confines of the ring, and now Jade, top rope frog splash roll. We saw Lyra do one earlier on the outside of the back of Cargill, covered by Jade to retain here. Oh my goodness! A very near fall. I thought that was 3. The referee's hand was a fraction away, a ball hair away from being the 3 count that time. And for Jade to retain, the Jade coming off the middle rope with a flying something, ended up being a flying nothing because Lyra able to counter it, now Irish whipping her hard into the corner, but Jade able to kick her away. Kick the leg of Lyra Valkyria, knife edge avoided by Lyra, smack kick combination. Lyra now Irish whip back in to the corner goes the champion Cargill. Can we see the 4th title change in the weekend? And a banger of matches all round as Lyra, oh, they're hanging her up, guillotine leg drop by Valkyria against the ropes. Lyra on fire, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jade Cargill here on the outside. Lyra flying forearm off the apron. These two women loving a fight on the outside in this matchup. And now it's Lyra. Sends Jade back into the squared circle. Top rope goes Valkyria. We saw her fly earlier with a frog splash to the back of Jade. This time it's a frog splash to the midsection of the champ. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, 2 count kick out by Cargill. See, that is a decent amount of time behind that kick out from Jade. With Lyra's kick out, it wasn't so much, as it was 2.999. Middle rope moonsault though from Lyra Valkyria. Really not electing to go for the cover. Now a standing moonsault from Lyra. As now the champion is absolutely stirred, but Jade now getting to her feet as Jade runs in on Valkyria. Big elbow from Cargill, and Cargill going to nail her with a clothesline. Lyra battles to the corner, flying splash. Stinger style splash by Jade that time. It's Jade waiting for Lyra to get to her feet. Jade Cargill now. What's she thinking here? Oh, another big fist chop, just hard hits. And this women's championship encounter tonight. Lyra able to block that strike, and now Lyra the smack. Counter by Jade, and now Jade. Oh, there's that punt kick by Cargill. Bicycle, boot cover. Jason Ayers in position. Shoulders down, leg is hooked. Lyra survives it too. Lyra still in this one. Surprised after it took her so long to kick out of a frog splash earlier on. Nonetheless, Jade and Lyra continue for the title. Maybe not for long. Spear by Jade. Cover to retain, hooks the leg, shoulders down again, 2 count, another near fall. Lyra survives once more. What a title showdown. What a Summerslam. I want to thank you all for joining us this evening. It's an incredible event. As a step up in Zagiri, as an incredible attack from Lyra Valkyria on a J. Oh, wait a minute. Lyra drops her down the 10 left, got wrench, powerbomb, Lyra recover for championship gold. Shoulders down, turn a kick out by Jade Cargill. Unbelievable, almost secure the win right there was Lyra Valkyria. And Lyra's heading up to the middle rope. Looking to do whatever it takes. Lyra crossbody getting caught by Jade Cargill. Oh my goodness, Jade gonna just launch her to the outside of the ring. Holy hell. And then Jade off the top now. Frog splash to the floor on Valkyria. Anything you can do, I can do better mentality. Oh, that champion Cargill. Oh, what a match. What a thudding shot on Lyra Valkyria. This could be the end right here for Lyra. On her quest to becoming WWE Women's Champion and ending Jade's 275-day reign. There's Jaded by Cargill. Penny predicament, shoulders down, referee in possession, scoring 2. Lyra kicks out again. Oh man. Stayed in this one is Valkyria. Jade is pissed with referee Jason Ayers. But it was a perfectly fair count and a perfectly fair kick out from Lyra Valkyria, who drops the champ on a DDT. I believe busted her open in the process. Jade now bleeding, drawing blood. The crimson mask in the face of that champ, and Lyra looking to capitalise off that top with a leg drop face first. On the mat to a standing Cargill cover for the title 2. Sweet dog kick out by Jade. Unbelievable near fall. As Lyra thought she had the championship won. She thought she had it in her back pocket. She stomps away on the champ. Jade onto her feet and out Jade with a forearm. And there was Cargill to pick up, and her Cargill the powerbomb. Oh goodness. And this is it for Lyra. Been hit with a Jaded, been hit with a powerbomb, been hit with multiple splashes, and now gets hit with that big time slam. Face first, cover, Jade to retain, 2. No, Lyra again. The resiliency of Lyra on display tonight at the biggest party of the summer. On her first Summerslam. This is Jade's second. She's got a big match experience, but Lyra Valkyria snap suplex, taking both women down and out for the moment. As the crucial part of the match now is kicking in. We can see the championship rounds now kicking in as well. The fatigue on both of these women are showing. As these two women are giving it their all in the WWE Women's title encounter. Lyra, shot blocked from Jade that time. Smack after smack from Valkyria. Kick to the leg, kick to the leg, kick to the leg. Lyra Valkyria stunning the champion. Rocking the champ. Look at Lyra go. Kick to the midsection. Valkyria. Fisherman brain buster by the challenger. Cover for the title. Hooks the leg. Center of the ring. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. Valkyria. No. Almost had a kick out by Jade again. And what is Lyra going to have to do? They keep doing this unstoppable champion. I believe she is undefeated in this series. Lost a tag match, sure. Not been pinned or submitted in this series. And it's not going to be happening just yet tonight. Maybe it will, but not at this portion of the matchup. As Jade runs through, coming in. Oh, the pound saw into Lyra. As Jade took on herself in the process. Lyra clutching her neck. Lyra in pain. Jade dropped her hard that time, and now Lyra to her feet, and now it's Jade Cargill. Torture rack set out, powerbomb the sandstorm, as she likes to call it, nailing Lyra. Now into the cover, shooting the half, hooking the leg, shoulder down to retain her WWE Women's title, and another kick out by Lyra. What is it going to take? That's a cliche question, but I feel like I've been saying it out 10,000 times this weekend. For both Great American Bash and Summerslam. But maybe this will be it. Lyra, Penny Bregman, bridging through the near corner roll. 2 count on Jade. Kick out by Cargill. Thought she done it. I thought Lyra had it. Thought she caught the champ off guard. But the middle roll from Lyra. The missile drop kick from Valkyria. And it's Lyra's moment. Moonsault, no. Jade right there. And now it's Cargill. We're going to take advantage. Kick to the midsection. Shot and block. Lyra there. Lyra back up. Lyra for the title. May win. Got her. Penny Bregman. Cover. Shoulders down. 2. New champion. No. Jade survives. Jade kicks out. What's Lyra doing now? You can't let that get the better of you, Lyra. Top rope, now goes Valkyria. There's the leg drop again. The cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. She's done it. She's done it. She's not done it. She's not done it. The kick out by Cargill. Oh my goodness. What a match. What a SummerSlam. Right here on KO Productions. The best you'll ever see in Universe Mode is Cargill. Fading back with shot after shot. Just fading out of instinct now at this point. It's Lyra, kick to the leg, time and time again. On Jade, got on the hamstring. Cargill with a headbutt, down goes Valkyria's Jade now picking up the challenger again. The Bird Lady fights back once more. Jade fights back again. Back and forth these two go. The two best of SmackDown duking it out for the WWE Women's title. Lyra, former NXT Women's Champion, losing out of the final NXT PLE last season, which was TakeOver. Stand and deliver to Tiffany Stratton, who lost it 48 hours ago at the Great American Bash. To Stephanie McHugh, who cashed in her jackpot ladder match contract ahead of time to win gold. Lyra though, looking to win gold of her own. Brainbuster, deadlift, fisherman still cover for the title, and again Jade kicks out. Lyra, one more shot, one more Nightwing to become champion again, much like her NXT Women's title reign of 99 days. Valkyria Nightwing again. Cover her, believe that's the second Nightwing of the match, or maybe even the third, but the cover from Lyra hooks the leg, shoulders down for the title. 2, 3, no! Ropes! Jade got her hand on the bottom rope. Veteran instinct and veteran ability, I don't know why. Lyra didn't just cover her out of that burning predicament like she usually does. Because the veteran instinct of Ring Around is not kicking in for Lyra, but certainly does for Jade. The punt kicked out from Jade out of nowhere, now the Nightwing. Jaded by Cargill. Face first, Buster open the cover the 2, and just like that, Jade's gonna retain. Oh, what a last few moments of the match right there. Jade Cargill walks out still. The WWE Women's Champion. Thought Lyra had it in multiple moments in the match, including right here with that penny predicament, including right here off the final Nightwing of the match. But electing not to pin her out of the Nightwing penny predicament, instead going for the cover and moving her closer to the ropes in doing so, which allowed Jade to capitalise off the mistake.
The WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill.
A costly mistake made by Valkyria was enough to allow Jade Cargill to get her second straight SummerSlam victory in her second straight Women's title SummerSlam matchup and retain the WWE Women's Championship and keep her 275-day reign going here tonight, live at the biggest party of the summer. But before we get to our main event, let's take a look at what's going down this coming week on Raw and SmackDown, as the King of the Ring is upon us, as well as the Superstar Shake-Up, as many SmackDown stars are part of the Raw bracket of the King of the Ring tournament, as you see. As let's take a look at the SmackDown bracket. A lot of Raw stars are part of that one. Adam Cole, Seth Rollins, John Cena, Logan Paul, Keith Lee, joined by Drew McIntyre, Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns, who remain on SmackDown. The King of the Ring bracket now upon us as this coming week on Raw. 2 matches in the King of the Ring tournament will be taking place, including a WrestleMania Saturday main event fought over the world title. This time it's a first round match in the King of the Ring tournament. Bobby Roode 1-on-1 with LA Knight, and a rematch from tonight at SummerSlam, as these two men now a part of Monday Night Raw going forward. Braun Breaker, Randy Orton, first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Over on SmackDown, the matches in the first round of the tournament see Drew McIntyre, after falling short of Jacob Fatu, tonight go 1-on-1 with SmackDown's new acquisition Keith Lee, who's victorious last night at SummerSlam, against Bobby Roode. What a first round battle that one is going to be in the King of the Ring tournament. And then the main event of SmackDown this coming week. First time ever these two men stayed on the blue brand, but both suffering massive losses on SummerSlam last night. They face off in the King of the Ring tournament first round. It's Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. But up next, folks, it is now time for your SummerSlam main event of the evening. It's career versus title. Kurt Angle's career versus the World Heavyweight Championship of Gunther. It's next at SummerSlam Sunday. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Thank you very much, Big Roll, for the ring introductions. It's career versus title. And this man putting his entire wrestling career on the line tonight. The Olympic gold medalist, the American hero, perhaps for the final time getting chants from the crowd that he sucks. But he certainly doesn't, which is why he's getting a shot at the world title. Kurt Angle, this came about because for months now, rumours have been swirling. People have been speculating that Kurt Angle is going to be hanging up his boots sooner rather than later, that he is in the twilight zone of his career at the moment. Well, Kurt made truth to those rumours, saying that he will be retiring in the near future, but before he does that, he wants to win one more championship, whether it be the Intercontinental title, whether it be Tag Team Gold, or whether it be the World Heavyweight Championship. He's had a chance at Tag Team Gold last season. He's had a chance at Intercontinental title gold this season. It's the final chance for Angle to get a last championship run out of his incredible Hall of Fame resume career. But Gunther, the man that Angle challenged for the world title main event of SummerSlam tonight, said he would accept the challenge under one condition: that if Gunther is to win and beat Kurt Angle, that Kurt must retire from professional wrestling. And that is what Gunther has said on doing tonight. He has already retired one legend, seemingly, where he defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania last year, defeating the Beast, who we have not saw ever since. Could he add to that career killer model tonight? Could he add to that legacy and get rid of Kurt Angle as well, a career rival of Brock Lesnar? We may ask. But there is Gunther winning the World Championship in the main event of Bad Blood last month in Atlanta, Georgia, against World Heavyweight Champion LA Knight, who has also had his sights set on retiring John Cena before his retirement tour actually comes to an end. He attempted to do so. He did beat John Cena at Clash in Paris, but certainly didn't retire him as Cena. Soon after, had a shot at the world title, which Gunther intervened in after the fact, attacking LA Knight, the man who walked out victorious, and then winning the world title against Knight at Bad Blood, beating him in the rematch afterwards, and now into his second defence as champion, looking to win the career of Kurt Angle. As that right there is what they're fighting for, as well as Angle's career, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night Raw. As for the final time tonight, we head to the ring with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
And his opponent, from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther!
Thank you, Mike Rowe, Mr. Ring General, hoisting up his world title. He does not want to let go of any time soon. But it's all for the career of Kurt Angle as well. A big fight feel. As the referee for this one is senior Raw official Chad Patton. As Gunther hands the title over to him, Gunther has had the world title for only 30 days. He won it last month against LA Knight. Of course, we mentioned that John Cena and Gunther had a match of a Clash in Paris. Gunther wanted to end his career. Cena still going, having a world title shot. And then, of course, earlier on at SummerSlam last night, faced off against LA Knight once again, this time beating him and rectifying his loss from Money in the Bank in the main event of Los Angeles for the world title. But here we go, your main event career versus title is underway. Chad Patton has rang the bell. Your main event of SummerSlam officially is on right here, right now. Here we go, collar and elbow tie up from Gunther and Angle, two of the best catch-can wrestlers in the game today. But Kurt, it might be his final way of showing the world that he is one of the greatest. Yes, Gunther got the wrist lock in on Kurt Angle. Gunther wants to retire another legend. Kurt Angle wants his final championship of the season. It's Kurt going after the arm of Gunther. You're going to imagine if Kurt is to win this, maybe he does what John Cena's doing and retires at WrestleMania at the end of the season, which Big Match John has said he will do. That's what he said his retirement tour end date will be. But Gunther got the hammer lock in on Kurt Angle. Time will tell after this great contest here in your main event. Is Kurt Angle now in trouble from a Gunther side headlock right in the centre of the ring here? Angle tried desperately to get out of it, able to do so. Angle pushing him off, and here comes Kurt. Overhead, belly to belly throw on to Gunther as look at Kurt Angle go. He certainly doesn't stop as he wants to be world champion. Waistlock here from Angle. Oh, Gunther going to take him now. Grounded headlock here. There's Kurt. Oh, look at that Kurt. Leg scissors now. Legs around the face and the throat of the Ring General, the world champion. No Ludwig Kaiser, no Rusev of Imperium out here with them tonight. It is just one-on-one, mono-y-mono. Gunther wants to retire Kurt Angle and he wants to do it all by himself. Plus, he can't be happy with Rusev from his performance earlier on tonight. Yes, he eliminated Sami Zayn in the gauntlet, but he got eliminated by eventual winner Carmelo Hayes. As they go back and forth, up pinfall attempts here, and a kick out that time from Gunther after the Angle kick out. And now back into the lockup once again. And your main event, Gunther from behind, waistlock now on Angle. Oh, look at this. Angle takes him back down, and now it's Angle into a headlock. Look at Kurt. Rounded headlock here on to Gunther. And Angle trying to slow down the pace of the matchup. Usually that's Gunther's job, but right now it's Kurt Angle doing a great job at it. This matchup only just begun moments ago. As look at this, Gunther shoots him off, and now Gunther pick up, go behind, German release suplex for the World Heavyweight Champion. Want to be champion for longer than 30 days. He was NXT champion, I believe, for 211 days last series before it all came on to end by Carmelo Hayes himself. But he cashed in his NXT Money in the Bank contract at Vengeance Day after Gunther's championship matchup with Quick Williams in the main event of that show came to an end. Gunther knife edge chop after knife edge chop, Kurt Angle against the ropes now, choking him out here on the top rope. Oh goodness. Vicious attack from the ring, get it out. Look at that. Pulling the rope back, and Angle falls in a heap right in the centre of the ring. And Gunther knee drop, moving it the way that time was Angle. That's what Angle needs, and Angle runs in, monkey flip on Gunther. And Kurt Angle trying to get advantage, and now punching Gunther repeatedly right in the crown of his head here in this main event of SummerSlam. What a night that has been at SummerSlam. How about the new king of the ring brackets as well? LA Knight versus Bobby Roode in the first round. CM Punk now a part of Raw going 1-on-1 with Sami Zayn in the first round. Braun Breaker and Randy Orton both a part of Raw. Going to go 1-on-1 in the first round as well and have a rematch from tonight at SummerSlam. And AJ Styles and Aleister Black both returning to Monday Night Raw to battle in the first round of the tournament as well. Of course, the SmackDown bracket looking even more as stacked. Who is going to win King of the Ring this year and get a shot at their champion of their brand at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event? Right now it's Gunther working away on the ankle of Kurt Angle. How embarrassing would that be if Kurt would maybe to tap out to maybe even an ankle lock or a submission? Oh, maybe like this one, a lion tamer by Gunther, and end the career of the Olympic gold medalist. Chad Patton, the referee, right there at CM Angle, will tap out or pass out due to the pain as Gunther got the knee perfectly placed right in the back of the neck as Kurt able to escape and able to get out of it. Using this leg strength to be able to throw Gunther off of that submission attempt that time in an Angle out the corner, a moonsault, avoided by Gunther. No water in the pool that time. It's Gunther turns him around, waist locking, and yet another release German suplex by the ring, get it out. Gunther now in control and just toying with Angle. There's an ass splash in the midsection of Kurt, and followed by a second one now as Chad Patton, the Raw official, looks on. Gunther now knee drop right in the face of the Olympic gold medalist. Another ass splash, this time out of the way is Kurt Angle. That's what Angle needs to do. Counter every big shot that Gunther throws at him, and now Kurt Angle turns him around, release German, no, bridging German pin on Gunther for the world title, kick out at one. Kurt Angle to keep his career intact, man. He is a wrestling machine, and he's showing those wrestling machine days tonight against the Ring General in your main event of SummerSlam. Angle, of course, the opening match, and he won a SummerSlam last year, teaming up with Chad Gable in a losing effort to gain tag team gold against the FTR for the world tag titles. Angle got a submission locked in on Gunther, rocked him for a moment right there, but Gunther was underneath the bottom rope. The ring awareness and veteran instinct not exactly kicking in for Kurt Angle, and it's a bad time for that not to kick in, because if he loses and that instrumentally costs him in this matchup, his career is over. In the hands of Gunther, or maybe in the hands of himself after a costly mistake like that. But a gator roll from Angle regains control, stomping away now on Gunther in the centre of the ring. They're picking up the world champion to a vertical base sentiment. The corner running in. European uppercut by Kurt Angle. Onto the European Gunther from Austria. And there's the moonsault. Out of the corner. Angle for the World Heavyweight Championship. 2 going to keep his career intact. Kicker at 2. Gunther once more. Stop away, moving up the way. Gunther. Oh, there's that shotgun drop kick. My days. Oh, he dropped Angle right where he stands. And now Gunther running up to the top rope. Angle back to his feet though. Right hand by Kurt. And now Kurt sends him off the top of the heap. And now it's Angle. Shot after shot after shot to the head again of the world champ Gunther. Stomping away at him. Gunther though back to his feet and now grabbing Angle. Backs him up. Oh goodness, look at this from Gunther. Oh man, taking out himself in the process. That butterfly suplex. Both men are down, however. Crucial part in the matchup. Who can get back to their feet first? And it's Gunther. His Angle back to his feet as well. Gunther grabbing Angle Dropping from behind and another release German suplex. We're taking a little dig to Brock Lesnar. The man that Gunther seemingly retired at WrestleMania. And out of the corner getting pushed off. And now Gunther another German suplex on Kurt Angle. Maybe taking Kurt to suplex city. Maybe he can do it now. Brock Lesnar ain't going to stop him. He's retired by the hands of Gunther at WrestleMania. Gunther now top rope. Angle to his feet. Drop kick off the top. A missile drop kick by the big 250-pound Austrian. Followed by a running leg drop by the champ. And a top rope, Angle, down and out, and a drop zone, a big splash off the top. Gunther covered out in the career of Angle, and retains his world title in the process. 2 count kick out by Kurt. Shoulder off the canvas by the wrestling machine. As the Olympic gold medalist trying to do anything it takes to keep his career intact and win his final world title. What a drop kick by Angle. Off his feet, knocking the world champ down the sides, and now sends him into the corner. This is how Kurt Angle defeated John Cena last week on Monday Night Raw to get big momentum heading into this world title versus career matchup. Angle slam avalanche style off the middle rope, cover hooks the leg, shoulders down, going 2 for the world title. Gunther at 2 survives again. Oh, Kurt, but after the leg, perhaps ankle up, maybe no. Just kneeing away at the hamstrings of the ring general on the mat here in your main event. It's career versus title. It's Kurt Angle versus Gunther. Well, we have our 4th title change of SummerSlam weekend. And a monumental moment, or will it just be 3 title changes for the SummerSlam week? As there's Gunther, what a knee! What a bald head of Angle. May have busted him open in the process. Now Angle's sitting out in the corner. Is Gunther now going to bring him out there the hard way? And that's exactly what he's going to do. Gunther hurting Kurt. Picks him up to his feet to end his career. Irish whip sends him into the corner. What the hell's he thinking here? Oh, Gunther, we've seen him do this before to LA Knight in the world title matchup in Atlanta at Bad Blood. We saw him do it as well to LA on the roll after in the rematch. And the big boot to the throat of Angle sends him out, and it was sent on off the apron to the floor by the ring general. Now watch Gunther. Gonna send him out against the barricade here in MetLife Stadium. And a back suplex against said barricade. Right in front of the sold out Asbury Park crowd in New Jersey tonight in MetLife. And that's 2-night extravaganza, the final matchup of said 2-night extravaganza at SummerSlam Sunday, baby. But look at this. Angle fading back at the outside of one clothesline on Gunther. Count of 5 from the official champ pattern. This cannot end by count out. Referee going to be a little bit lenient in this one. It's Angle back in the ring. Count of 7. Gunther is out of it. Toe back on Halo by Kurt. And Kurt Angle on fire, man. Angle want to stop Gunther in his tracks. Gunther wants to be a career killer and still the world champ. Angle wants to be a world champ and keep his career intact for a little longer. Missile drop kick off the top by Kurt. And now it's Angle. Irish whip sends him back in. Kurt into the top. Gunther on the canvas. Can Angle do it? Elbow drop to the back of the neck. And now it's Kurt after the ankle, and the ankle on for the World Heavyweight Championship to keep his career going. Target away on Gunther. No way for the ring, get it out of the goal. He's close to the ropes. He can reach and grab it, but he's trying to fade out of it. He's trying to get to the ropes as well. Referee champ hand right there to see if Gunther will tap out or pass out due to the pain in the feet. As Kurt Angle's career will not only continue, but he will be your new World Heavyweight Champion. And Gunther's reign will end at just 30 days and 1 defense in the gold. Angle cinching in tight. Got that ankle up. Gunther in a world of hurt and trouble, and Gunther survives. Oh man, it may have been the best moment that Kurt Angle had just yet in this match. And it's now Gunther back to his feet, and Gunther dropping him down to the mat, and what a vicious clothesline by the ring general. Back to the corner now goes Angle. Hurting hard. Oh, it's Gunther got a 9 here. What a main event, ladies and gentlemen. It's Gunther, middle rope. We've seen him do this plenty of times. We'll see him do it again. Metal rope side slam. Listen to this place go crazy. This is awesome. It could be over. Shoulders down for Angle. Scoring 2. Kurt's still in it. Kurt is still in it. The career of Angle still intact, at least for now, as the wrestling machine keeps fighting tonight. Against the ring, get it out, Gunther. Knee fist chop from Gunther. Kick there against the ropes, and Gunther threw him to the floor. And if this was a Royal Rumble matchup, Kurt Angle would have just been eliminated from it. Let's not forget, Gunther was the Iron Man of the Royal Rumble last year, which got him the call up to the main roster as Gunther a second body splash off the top, this time to the outside of the ring and now clearing the international announce table here at ringside. Oh, this can't be good for Kurt. Is he going to go through that table tonight? We saw LA Knight go through the table. Hit bad blood. And the Atlanta main event for the world title is now Gunther and Angle go back and forth here. What the hell are these two men thinking? Kurt Angle, big shots. Back and forth these two men go. There's now Kurt grabbing Gunther. Wait a minute. Suplex off the announce table to the floor. Oh, Jesus. Gunther's body in agony. Count of 8 from the official. Angle goes back in and out to break that count. And now Kurt on the outside. Wait a minute. Angle slam on the floor. Both men in agony. Both men are down and hurting on the canvas. Who can capitalise here? And this World Championship main event. All for that gold right there on the podium, and also for the career of Kurt Angle, who once again slides in and out of the ring. Sets Gunther up on our international announce table, excuse me, that's a mouthful, as Kurt sets him up to put Gunther away, and he just punches him off the table. And Angle splash off and knees. And I'm 6 about Gunther. And it was Gunther sends Angle out of the table. These two men keep fighting back and forth on this table. And that's a banger of a main event. But wait a minute, Gunther powerbomb through the announce table. And that's it. The career of Angle is going to be kissed goodbye courtesy of the ring now. Gunther sends him out of the ring, heading to the top rope, count of it from the official as a knee drop off the top, connects by the champ, cover to win the career of Angle, hooks the leg, shoulders down, oh, kick out of 2 by Kurt. This one's still going on. The career of Angle still got hope of continuing tonight. Angle with a shot to the midsection, the elbow, and a belly-to-belly by Kurt. Oh man, you can see the fatigue kicking in for both men, the sweat glistening off of both superstars as they're both hurting badly. And Kurt's got the ankle lock on Gunther again. Second time of the match up, locking in the ankle lock submission. Nowhere for Gunther to go. This time there's definitely no ropes. It's the center of the ring. Champ Pat right there to see if Gunther will tap her or pass out to the pin, and if he does, Kurt Angle not only keep his career intact but also become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Oh goodness, Gunther's done. Gunther's done. Champion's right there. Look at the torque. Gunther's gonna tap. Listen to this place in MetLife. Listen to them all. Gunther, no, he rolls through. He's still in it. He's still in it. Gunther comes back, and Gunther the pick up. Oh, butterfly suplex again. What a fight here tonight at SummerSlam. It's Gunther's first SummerSlam. It's Angle's second. He doesn't want to go 0-2. He wants to win the world title. Inside cradle. Small package. Kick out for the champion. What a main event. This is everything I thought it would be and more as Angle continuing to punch the head of Gunther repeatedly. Trying to bust the Austrian open if he hasn't already. Top rope goes Kurt Angle, Gunther to his feet, oh, he's starting to get up and a moonsault to the back, elbow drop, no moving in the way, by Gunther, and then Gunther grabs him, no, last symphony, and it could be the last symphony of the career of Kurt Angle. Let's go through there, locking in the choke, locking in the sleeper hold. That's how he became the World Heavyweight Champion, by topping LA Knight to the set bad blood in Atlanta last month. He's gonna sink that tape. Will Kurt be done? Will his career end right here, and Gunther will retain the world title? Champ Pat right there, see if Angle will tap out or pass out to the pin if he does. Angle's career will be over. That's why he doesn't want to go to sleep. He doesn't want to tap out. He refuses to say die, does Kurt. He wants to live to fight another day. And that's exactly what he's going to do, at least for now. Fighting out of that choke. Let's put so many superstars away. Angle. The elbow. The shot to the midsection. The shot to the face. Look at these strikes from Kurt. Back into the angle. Slam. Cover. New world champion. Keep his career going. 1, 2, 3. No, Gunther kicks out. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, what a match. What a main event. Look at the welts on the body of the world champion. And look at Kurt Angle. Heading to the top with him. Belly to back suplex. Avalanche back suplex off the top by Kurt. And this is it. Angle. Maybe looking for a third and final Angle slam. But it's Gunther going to counter it. Gunther with a blow to the back. Gunther clubbing shot. And a Gunther. Lariat on Angle. Not like this. Folds him over, hooks the leg, shoulders down to retain, Angle, no, kick it out again. Oh, so much fight out of the wrestling machine. That's why he's called the wrestling machine. Oh, come on, champ, Pat again, clothesline down by Gunther. Oh, my Gunther again, clothesline down by Angle. But wait a minute, Gunther, there's that shotgun drop kick. Oh, what a fight. What an unbelievable war of attrition. Gunther pissed off at the official, so he knocked him down, and there's the power bomb. Oh, but the referee back to his feet, calling a rope break. His Angle's leg were on the bottom rope, his feet were on the bottom rope off that power bomb. Went to cover him again, and again the feet underneath the rope. The ring awareness and veteran instinct from Gunther not exactly coming into play, and this is where he needs to do that the most if he wants to end the career of Angle and attain his world title. But Angle, third time of the match, the ankle lock, locks it in tight again. That's it. Look at the talk. Angle's career is going to live on. He's going to become the world heavyweight champion tonight. Japan right there to see if the champ will tap out or pass out in the pain. If he does, Kurt Angle walks out with his career still intact and new world champion. Gunther again survives. He rolls through the punishment. He smacks Angle on the face. Angle face back now with a face chop. You heard the impact of that one. There's Gunther with another smack, and here we go. Blow for blow. Shot for shot. These two men in the fatigue state that they're in. I'm just fatigued calling this matchup. Trading heavy leather offense tonight. And a slugfest for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's career versus title, and one of the best main events we have seen in this series today. Angle and Gunther leaving it all in the ring, putting it all on the line, literally and physically, and look at these two go. Hockey fight tonight, live in New Jersey from MetLife Stadium. Oh, the smack, the shots, look at Gunther, he's had it off, and the lariat down goes Angle. Oh man. And now it's Gunther. Sets Kurt out of the corner to potentially end his career. And oh no, he's headed up there. That's how he beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Seemingly retiring him. I've not seen him since he done this to him. Oh, come on. Gunther off the top. The Avalanche Powerbomb. No one's ever kicked out of that. And I don't think Angle will start now. Cover. 2, 3. That's setting Kurt Angle's career is over. A heartbreaking defeat. The crowd in MetLife can't believe it. But Gunther has stuck to his word. He has kept his promise. He has retired yet another legend of the game. And he has retained his World Heavyweight Championship, his 30-day reign. Gonna continue. What a hell of a main event, however, and what a hell of a performance. If that's how Kurt Angle is gonna end his career, if that's how he's gonna go out, fair play. A standing ovation is well earned for the Olympic gold medalist, the legend, the Hall of Famer that is Kurt Angle, as this was the final nail in the coffin of the career of the wrestling machine. The Avalanche Powerbomb put away Lesnar at Mania, put away Angle tonight. No one's kicked out of it. Angle didn't tonight. His career is over and Gunther remains the world champ. Congratulations, Gunther. Commiserations, Angle. What a main event and what a SummerSlam.